Good evening and welcome everybody to Poplar Bluff, Missouri. It is week 3 of high school football. We are ready and pumped up and ready for this contest. I'm Frankie Castillo. Coming up in just a moment, we're going to welcome in the second member of the broadcast team. That is John Scott. Later on, we'll check in with Sean Mannon. We are in for quite the ball game. The Mules taking on the Tigers out of Cape Central. Welcome if you are tuning in on the radio side of things. If you're watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, we're going to have a great broadcast, no doubt. We are getting started for a jammed-packed 40 minutes of action. We've got interviews lined out. We've got kickoff on the way beginning at the top of the hour. Oh, by the way, joining us, we're going to welcome in the head coach of Poplar Bluff. We'll have head coach Dave Severs as he will talk about this football game in general, and we'll talk about what the Mules have got to do to get the job done against Cape Central to get our first win of this 2022 football season. I'm looking over to my left, and I don't have a co-pilot here tonight. I'm not sure what John Scott's doing, to be honest with you. Oh, there he is. He's got one of those Jackson hot dogs with him, it looks like. John Scott, welcome alongside, my friend.
Frankie, it's a pleasure to be here this evening. Another nice Friday evening, and the fall is in the air just a little bit. Football going, music playing, stadium is filling up. It's a good time to be here.
We've made some changes over the last 7 days to our broadcast, and don't talk about them just yet, but what do you think so far?
I love it. I like it. Everything, as well as you guys do with this and as good a job as you guys do with this, every week is a little bit of a learning experience, and it's an improvement, and I like how you guys don't just rest on what you've got. You're always looking for ways to improve, always looking for ways to make it just a little bit better, keep that edge.
Absolutely. So here tonight, Poplar Bluff, you've got Cape Central. I've been talking to the coaching staffs, and they pretty much tell me that they like the position we're in tonight. They believe that we're going to get the offense going. They believe the defense. And by the way, the defense, they have been top-notch all season thus far. I know we've lost 2 straight games, but the defense, man, you put up 16 points against our Mules. The defense did its job last week against Valley View. Mules coming up a little bit short. That being said, I like where we are tonight, and I think the Mules are in good shape to win this football game and get on the right direction. And oh, by the way, this is a SEMO Conference game and a district opponent, which could have huge implications later on in October.
Absolutely, Frankie. I agree. I think our team has improved considerably each week. It hasn't really translated to points and wins on the field yet, but we really saw our quarterback grow a lot last week. We've seen our defense obviously play well the entire season against some very good opponents the last couple of weeks. I look to see the offense come together tonight. I think we're going to put some points on the board, which we have to do. But we've seen a lot of improvements in some of those things that they haven't translated to points yet, but I feel like this is going to be the week.
Well, check this out real quick. I want to welcome in Jeremy Smith. He is one of the managers at Academy Sports and Outdoors. We do Mules Trivia every week, and these guys, they help us out with giving away things for our viewers. This week, we're giving away a $25 gift card, Academy Sports and Outdoors. We're also giving away something else, Jeremy. What are we giving away this week as well?
Hey, we got a couple of his and her Yeti cups, and I got a pink one and a black one to give away, 30-ounce Yeti tumblers.
Can I give the pink one to John?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. It's his, you know.
So let's talk about you guys with Academy Sports and Outdoors, because this game is a very important game for you guys. It is called Rivalry Week, and you guys are here to present the team coming up later on with something very special.
Yeah, we're here to present the game ball. We just always appreciate the opportunity to help out the community here in Poplar Bluff, the school, the team, any way we can. It's really nice to be able to do that.
Can't play football without the ball, boys.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about Academy Sports and Outdoors and the fact that you guys have a lot of things going on. You guys give back to our community. And, oh, by the way, coming up the fall season, you guys have a great selection of pretty much everything right about now.
Yeah, and, you and I were talking in the store a couple days ago, and we've got some really good clearance deals right now. And sneak peek, next week all of our clearance in the store actually goes an additional 50% off.
50% off, absolutely. So let's talk about some of those best sellers right now that's going to be going on sale here pretty soon.
Yeah, you're looking at anything from apparel, footwear, all that summer stuff we're trying to get rid of, shorts and shirts, a lot of fishing equipment out there that's on clearance. So really anything for the family, your mom, dad, friends, family. I hate to use the C word. Christmas is coming up, though.
Oh, my goodness. Chris, cut that guy's mic off.
Our early gifts, man, are always an option, so we got them.
What'd you get me for Christmas this year?
That pink Yeti cup.
Okay, the pink Yeti. I was going to give it to John for a Christmas gift. So, once again, you guys give us the hours of operation at Academy Sports and Outdoors this weekend. If folks want to come by and shop around inside, what times will you guys be there?
Yeah, of course. Well, hopefully everyone stays out and watches the game tonight. But tomorrow we're back open at 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then Sunday we're open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Who's going to win the football game tonight, Jeremy?
Poplar Bluff.
What's the final score going to be?
We're going to go with like 42-14.
Woo! Yeah. I like that. Pretty bold prediction there, John. I like that.
I like it.
All right. Thank you so much, Jeremy. You're a busy guy. We appreciate you as always, and we'll make sure we'll send them your way to Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Thanks, guys.
You betcha. Jeremy Smith, one of the managers here at Academy Sports and Outdoors. We're going to turn it over in just a moment. We're going to have another guest coming up here in just a moment. Jason Hayes, he says, let's get ready to rumble, talking about the Mules, big Mules fan. And we're going to turn things over to Tim O'Neill. He is the Chief Nursing Officer with Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. And Tim, every time you come on, I look out here in the crowd. I know why you're here, but I also know that Poplar Bluff Regional, they do so much for our community. Question is, are we going to win here tonight?
Last week was a tough loss for us.
You wouldn't give me a prediction last week for the record.
I would not give you a prediction, and I'm really glad I didn't. But I'm feeling it tonight. The boys look hungry. I said they had a tough loss last week. So I'm going to go to Poplar Bluff tonight. I'm going to say 28-14.
This guy's welcome back anytime he wants to come back. John, get out of that seat.
Yeah, he's learning the game now.
He's learning the game. So let's talk about Poplar Bluff Regional. And I know last week we talked about different things you guys offer service-wise, doctors. What are some things that you want to highlight this week when it comes to Poplar Bluff Regional?
Well, I want everybody to know we got a growing primary care base. If you're out there, you don't have a family doctor, we have doctors that are available. We can arrange next-day appointments. And we continue to build on that. So, we got some exceptional physicians. Dr. Wood, primary care. Dr. Reese, primary care. Dr. Joss, primary care. Like I said, if you need somebody to manage your medical conditions or you just need a routine checkup, give us a call. We'll get you in the same day or next day.
You talked about doctors, and one thing we didn't talk about last week, that was I think you guys have an outstanding group of nurses, and they go above and beyond. I don't care if it's an ER nurse or maybe a floor nurse. They go through so much to get the job done, and sometimes we forget to mention our nurses and where we would be without our nurses at Poplar Bluff Regional.
We love our nurses. They're coming together as one team, focusing on one goal, and that is caring for this community. The last couple of years has been very challenging for them, but again, we are proud of each and every one of them every day because no matter what's going on, they step up to the challenge, and they are truly here for our community.
It seems like that. I don't want to say everything is getting back to normal, but from the nurses' standpoint, it seems like the morale is so much better, and they just love going to work day in and day out. Am I right on that?
You're absolutely right, and we're growing. We're recruiting more and more of our bedside caregivers. We are building one solid team to serve this community.
I was talking about this last week with you. I'll mention it again today. The benefit about Poplar Bluff Regional, number one, the technology is so much better than it used to be. The patient care is so much better. It's great. And you can get great care right here locally as opposed to going 3 hours away.
Absolutely. All we ask is give us a chance. We are aiming to please everyone at every encounter. There is no reason to have to go out of this community for health care. We will meet your needs.
We're going to talk about this a lot over the next 2 or so weeks, but coming up in October, big month for the hospital. You guys are going to be out in full force, getting that awareness out for a very important month.
Absolutely. I can't stress October enough. Breast cancer awareness enough. We will pink out the hospital. We will make it look beautiful. We want to increase awareness for preventative screening of breast cancer because we want all of our community to be safe. I said, if you don't have a doctor, you need something, reach out to us. We are here to serve this community.
Absolutely, Tim. You care anything else you want to pass on when it comes to the hospital for this week, or are we good to go?
I think we're good to go. I want to throw a shout out to the Poplar Bluff Mules. I think tonight is their night. I look forward to watching an exceptional game tonight.
I've decided that if we don't get the job done tonight, I know who to blame and whose mic we're going to cut off next week, and this is the guy to my left, John Scott.
I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah, I like the way he's talking. Well, Tim, thank you so much. You want to add in, John?
I just say I always take the blame for that. It seems
You'll
like,
always
but here I am still again.
Well, Tim, thank you so much for coming over, and just a phenomenal job what you guys do at the hospital. I know a lot of people talk about the patient care, how wonderful it is. Keep up the good work, and we look forward to having you back on in a couple of weeks. You guys are going to be doing a big tailgate coming up in October.
Yes, sir. Stop by and see us.
You going to be at the next game next week in Jackson?
We will probably be there.
Best of luck to you, my friend.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, my friend. Tim O'Neill joining us live here. He is the Chief Nursing Officer with Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. Coming up in just a moment, we are going to go to break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to be interviewing head coach Dave Sievers of Poplar Bluff. If you've got time to hang out, John.
I always love seeing Coach, and I'll listen. And
we'll see what he has to say.
Yes,
I want to go to Facebook real quick. Jason Hayes says, watch out for Hunter Clifford. He's going to be the guy to watch. I agree 100% with him. He's got a leg like no other. Also, Loretta Hart says that's her grandson, and she could not agree more. So come on back. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we've got the head coach of Poplar Bluff. It is Dave Sievers. It is 6:31 on this Friday night. What we're going to do, let's take a minute timeout, and then we're going to come back as head coach Dave Sievers makes his way into our broadcast booth. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
Time to go inside the game day locker room presented by First Midwest Bank, a traditional customer service in a digital banking age, a locally owned and managed community bank who is efficient in responding to customer needs, proudly serving 4 locations in Poplar Bluff. All right, Coach, week 3, we are in September now, and the Mules takes on Cape Central. It is a district opponent. It is a SEMO Conference matchup. Give me your thoughts here at home against the Tigers out of Cape Central.
Well, you know, we've gone through some growing pains this year. You know, we did not defensively. We should be 2-0. You know, the way the defense has played offensively, we just haven't kept up our end of the bargain. So, you know, we're hoping that. Had a couple of good practices this week. Wednesday's practice went real well. Kids seem to be they're resilient. You know, kids are pretty resilient, pretty tough. You know, we're 0-2. We figured we'd be 2-0 by now. So, but you know, the kids are. Like I said, we had a good week of practice. The kids are working hard, and we're just we're looking forward to the opportunity to kind of right the ship tonight. You know, we're going to kind of keep it simple, and we're going to play hard, and we're going to see what happens.
Tonight at running back, Logan Height. Last week, Coach, he went 3 carries, 7 yards overall, about 2 yards per carry. Your thoughts on him, and how effective can our run game be against the defense of Cape Central?
Well, we're hoping that it can be real effective. You know, a couple of our kids are nursing some injuries right now, so we're kind of moving down in the depth charts a little bit. We've got 4 or 5 kids you're going to see carry the ball tonight. You know, but with what we want to do tonight, we think Logan kind of gives us the best chance to be successful because we hopefully can establish a run a little bit, you know. But like I said, you're going to see a lot of kids carry the ball tonight, and hopefully you're going to see a lot of kids catch the ball because we're going to hopefully spread them out and throw it around a little bit, and then ultimately we want to make sure we establish a run game tonight.
Let's talk about the quarterback position. Mason West, I thought last week, Coach, toward the end of the football game, this kid got some confidence, was making some good throws. The receivers were catching it. Can we build off of that momentum to tonight's game?
Well, it was kind of very disappointing last week. We had that big drive going, and we're just – I told the kids it's like everybody's kind of waiting around for somebody to make the big play, and we've got so much talent, we just can't quite get it clicking right now. And I knew that we were going to go through some growing pains with what we graduated last year, but ultimately it's just a matter of getting the right combination of kids and plays and everything going. So it was disappointing last week. We got that big drive going, and we got down to about the 6-yard line, and then started going backwards. So. It was, we got better last week. I think the kids grew up a little bit this week, and we're hoping to, like you said, kind of build on that momentum because we've got 2 or 3 kids that we feel comfortable with at quarterback. We're going to be able to, by concentrating a little bit more on Mason at quarterback, that gives us the opportunity to put Jared in a lot of different spots and also let him play some defense. So. Yeah, we're looking to build off of our successes, our improvements from last week.
Looking at the Tigers of Cape Central, they've got a couple of good running backs. Morgan Diamond, who is averaging about 19 yards a carry, 6 carries all year long, 119 yards. Ziari Thomas, 19 carries, 126 yards. Your thoughts on those two guys? And by the way, Morgan Diamond, also the quarterback, he is about 2 touchdowns in this season and no picks.
Yeah, they've got some offensive weapons. Our defense is going to have to continue to play well. They're from what we've seen of them this year, and we saw them this summer. They've got a few different kids on the field than what we saw this summer. But they're our defense is going to have to be ready. Their kids are really, really explosive. They're not, they haven't shown to be a consistent, grinded out type offense. They're big play kids. Against. I guess against Hillsborough, they had a kickoff return for a touchdown. So, we're going to have to be ready to play in all the phases of the game. But, we're looking forward to the challenge and righting the ship and getting a victory and giving these kids something to, be excited about and show that all the work we've done this summer is starting to pay off.
How happy will you be as the head coach and also the other coaches to see our Mules get inside the red zone coming up tonight?
Well, that's the plan. We've been preaching all year long that get the easiest 4 yards, get 4 yards, get 4 yards. The last year we scored a lot of points and had a lot of yards, but we had a lot of big plays, and so we're wanting to be more consistent on offense, and take time off the clock and keep the defense off the field. If we, ultimately the goal is to get in the red zone and just keep pounding. Like I said, we had a couple extra sessions of red zone sessions in practice this week, kind of focusing specifically on the plays we want to run down there. So, and it's not like we got a totally different playbook. We just do what we feel are going to have a little bit more success, because when you get down there, the field kind of compresses, the defense compresses a little bit, and so you got to be, the playbook shifts, changes a little bit down there. But we got to be better down there. We got to be more consistent.
Third down conversions right now, Coach, for us as a team this season, 8 for 26 at 31%. I'm assuming you want that number to be a lot higher.
Yeah, that's something, we sat over the summer and we made team goals, and one of them was, third down conversions, and I think our goal was, to hit that at like 80%, and we're not achieving the goals that we set for ourselves offensively. One of the big things, like I said, was to no negative plays, and every drive ends in a kick, and stay ahead of the chains, average 4 yards a play, because if you do the math, and average 4 yards a play, it's hard to get stopped. So we've just got to be. And the big part about third down conversions is it needs to be third and short. If it's third and long, that kind of puts the defense at an advantage, because they can tee off on the fact that you're probably going to throw the ball. So we've been preaching 4 or 5 yards a pop, and then because if it's 3rd and 1, you can do whatever you want, and and then if you happen not to get it, you always got an extra chance. But you can't take those chances on 4th and long, where you can maybe gamble a little bit more when it's 4th and a yard, and 3rd and. We just tell the kids to do the math. If we get 4 yards on first down, that gives us, 3 downs to get 6, and that should be obtainable, So we've got to do a better job on first and second down. Makes third down easier.
Looking at the standings, I know it's only week 3, but there is some good news that Jackson also starting their season 0-2. I'm assuming there's still going to be a lot of time for this team to make their way out from the bottom.
Well, yeah, it's the district shifted, shuffled up a little bit this year, so a couple of our regular season opponents are also conference opponents and district opponents. So, we've definitely got. Our destiny is in our own hands. I mean, if we get on a roll and start winning some football games, the teams we're playing, they're, like I said, they're conference and district schools, so we should be fine. But we're going to have to win. I mean, we're guaranteed a week 10. If we're 7-2 or if we're 0-9. But obviously, the better we do in the regular season, the better that week 10 draw is going to be for us. So yeah, we need to get going, but we're not. We're definitely not in panic mode yet. We're working to get better.
You're right, Coach. Let's get it rolling tonight to beat Cape Central and to get that first win of the season. Your team must do what?
We've got to do better on third down. We've got to control the ball. We just have to do what we've been talking about all summer, and that's taking care of the defense. The defense has just played lights out, and for a while there last week, I thought we were going to win the game 2-0, and I told the kids, we went for that 1 4th down, and Valley View went down and scored. Hindsight being 20/20, we punt the ball and pin them, but that was our that was kind of our deepest penetration of the night, and I just kept hoping that we'd make a play and get a score before halftime, so we just have to do what we've been working on. We got to control the tempo of the game and just be better on first and second down to make the thirds down more obtainable and just be more consistent. We're not we haven't blocked well up front, and we're having a hard time playing pitch and catch, but I think we addressed both of those this week, and so if we just do what we've done in practice all week, we should be fine.
All right, Coach. Once again, thank you for the time. Go get them. We'll see you guys after this ball game.
Thank you very much.
Coach Dave Sievers joining us live inside the Game Day Locker Room presented by First Midwest Bank. Still to come, we've got your starting lineups, your keys to victory. Kickoff is on the way, top of the hour. It is the Mules and the Tigers of Cape Central. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff. Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
Welcome back now, and once again, we appreciate our good friend, Coach Dave Sievers, for joining us here this evening to begin or to continue with our pregame show. In just a moment, we're going to go down field side for the playing of our national anthem, and we're going to also welcome in the third member of the broadcast team tonight, Sean Manning, as I'm playing switcheroo with our chords here. Sean Manning, can you hear me down there?
I can. Can you hear me?
I got you loud and clear, my friend. So what's it like down there on the football field, on the track? I'll let Tim kind of zoom in there and find you. Like, where's Waldo, John? Except for saying, where's Sean?
Yeah, that's right. He's easier to see in the daylight hours.
He's over here. You're doing what, Sean?
I'm over here by Maximus.
By Maximus. All right, my friend.
20-yard line.
So tell me about this football game tonight, Sean, before we get to the national anthem. What in your mind sticks out about this game between Poplar Bluff and Cape Central?
It's entirely the Poplar Bluff offense. The Poplar Bluff offense has to get into gear. They were shut out in the first half last week. They've had a real not great start to the season so far, but they're getting some returning contributors back. They're going to be able to put some points on the board, hopefully, to get that offense kick-started and get Poplar Bluff off to a good start tonight and get that first win of the season.
All right, Sean, stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll come right back to you in just a moment. We're going to go down field side here momentarily, John, because we're going to play our national anthem. And I'm telling you, this Show Me Marching Band, they do such a great job, and we want to give them the honors they deserve as well.
Absolutely. It's great to see the band out tonight. They're all wearing their uniforms tonight. I'm sure it's a little warm, but they look really good. Good to see the uniforms.
You see the
sharp.
You see the clock there on the screen. If you're watching us on Facebook and YouTube, that tells you exactly all you need to know when it comes to when kickoff is going to be. A lot of comments are coming in. Let us know what team you're going for. Jason, thank you so much for the blessings, my friend. We've made some changes over the last 7 nights. Knock on wood, it's going to be a fantastic ball game. We're going to be introducing our new scoreboard here in just a few moments. In the meantime, stay with us. We're going to go down field side in just a moment. My good friend Ben Godwin, one of our officials here tonight. Do you realize he has predicted the last 2 weeks, and he's been pretty close on the score each week?
Is that right? Well, I'm glad he's here giving us a fair game tonight. Class of 88, I believe.
Somebody else gave me a class of 89. John, I can't pronounce your last name. I apologize. Gala? No? Can you pronounce that last name?
Hang on, here we go. John Guy. Yeah, John Guy. Bubba. Yep. Everybody call him Bubba.
Bubba
Guy. Hey,
class
Bubba.
of 89 joining us here.
Terrible class, but Bubba was okay.
Oh, my goodness. He's saying terrible class. So what we're going to do is we're going to stay right here. We're going to go down field side. The Show Me Marching Band, they're going to perform our national anthem. And by the way, coming up at halftime, we also are going to be watching our Show Me Marching Band because they'll do a performance, and that's coming up at halftime. So what we'll do in the meantime, we'll let Tim zoom in. You can see it there on the screen. If you're watching us on Facebook and YouTube, on the radio, we're going to pause here as we pay tribute to America with our national anthem coming up in just a moment. It is, of course, presented by our good friends with the Poplar Bluff Show Me Marching Band. Here is our national anthem, and then we'll come back with John's Keys to Victory and kickoff coming your way at the top of the hour. It is our national anthem, once again performed by the Poplar Bluff Show Me Marching Band. Outstanding job by the Show Me Marching Band when it comes to our national anthem. And John, have I got a comment for you, my friend? Check this out from Cammie Carwile. She says it is a house divided with a Poplar Bluff alumni and a Cape Central alumni. She's not sure if she should say, well, she does say, let's go Tigers. I like that, a house divided.
House divided, I would say that she will win that.
She will win that for sure.
That argument, she will prevail.
David Davis says, let's go Mules. So let us know what you're thinking about tonight. Also, real quickly, what we're going to do for those of you watching us on social media for the first time, we'll let Tim put up that new image, my friend, that we're gonna stream tonight. There it is. It is our brand new scoreboard. Our pregame show presented by First Midwest Bank. We'll leave the scoreboard up for just a moment. And here's the cool thing, Tim. We've kind of divided duties, John. Tim is going to do all the camera work, all the commercial work. I get to do play-by-play. There's that. Look at that scoreboard.
Oh, that's very
beautiful
nice.
On YouTube and on Facebook. I get to control the stats, control the clock. My question is, what are you going to do?
Frankie, I'm going to class this operation up a little bit. I'm going to sit back in awe and watch what you do, and I think you should probably, by the end of the season, you'll be doing all of this and perhaps juggling chainsaws or
I tell you,
something like that, because I don't know how you keep adding responsibilities, but you pull it off.
We want this to be great. And another aspect of tonight's ball game is we've got to say a big shout out to our student section. It is neon night tonight. I thought I was looking at MoDOT workers when I got here today, but it's just neon night. I thought maybe it was either MoDOT or it was already Halloween.
Yeah, these kids certainly stand out. You can see them forever. They'll have a hard time getting by with anything tonight.
Absolutely.
You can see them a mile away, but good to see some good class participation, some good team spirit out here. I like when the kids really get into it and obviously put some effort and some thought into it. In between all their hard studying and
we're gonna go down field side yet again because we've got the Mules lining up by Maximus, Sean.
Yes, they are. Maximus is filling up. Poplar Bluff Mules are ready to take the field and get this game started. We are just under 9 minutes away from kickoff here tonight.
I see there is Logan Davis. He's got Old Glory, and another sight, John, that I like to see every ball game. We're going to be honoring Lane Savant every home game. Chris Matlock, he is holding the number 33 sign. We're going to see Maximus light up with the fog and the smoke. We'll let Sean get as close as he can without getting trampled down there by the Mules, and we'll let you kind of hear firsthand how backed up, or I should say how they are coming fired up here. So we'll wait for that fire, or that smoke. I said fire, I meant smoke.
I've been saying we need fireworks on the new scoreboard.
You've been saying that. Ron Withrow, he is drinking tea. Sean eating some Snickers right now, getting ready for Mules football.
Sure he is. He is a great big Mules supporter. We love having him watching here tonight.
Absolutely. Make sure and share this video feed tonight for us. We've got all kinds of things coming up here tonight. We're going to be doing our Mules trivia. We're going to give away some gift cards, some Yeti tumblers, 30 ounces on that bad boy. It's going to be a lot of fun. Great officials here tonight. We will name them in just a few moments. Our starting lineups, our captains are coming up. John Scott, you still have those keys to victory to talk about here in just a few moments.
Absolutely. I've been thinking all week about it, Frankie.
All right, so we're going to do that coming up as well. We're going to keep it right here. We're not going to go to break. And by the way, there they go as Mules now running out of Maximus. Chris Matlock leading out the charge with number 33, and then Logan Davis is bringing out Old Glory as well. And the cool thing is we'll let Tim get to the student section. And it's neon night, and we're going to see the back of their heads a lot tonight, but they're also going to be cheering for us, and we want to give a big tribute. There they go, and you can see them on Facebook there, the fan sections. They come up to me, and they said, hey, can we get on TV? I said, absolutely. You guys deserve to be on TV.
Absolutely they do, Frankie. It's nice out here. Good to see the support of the students. Good kids. Got a good group of kids, good senior class, good junior class, good sophomore class, and dare I say a good freshman class. So kids these days, take a little bit of heat, but I find that most of them are very respectful and very reasonable and really very savvy. It's tough to be a kid, whatever generation you're in. It's not any easier for these kids, but I'm glad to see them out here on a Friday night on a good, fun Football Friday in Poplar Bluff.
7 minutes now until the kickoff. Coming up next, we're going to turn things over to John Scott. He's got our keys to victory when we come back in 30 seconds. It's all being brought to you by Air Solutions in Poplar Bluff. Back in 30 seconds on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
All right, here we go as we saw Academy Sports and Outdoors presenting the game ball to our cheerleaders. You got Jeremy Smith down there at midfield. Their back is turned toward us. It is now time for our Keys to Victory presented by Air Solutions in Poplar Bluff. And no, John, one of your keys, it cannot be score more points than the other team.
Hey, Frankie, I had several people congratulate me or thank me for that being my number one key to victory on the last time we did this. So I'll be a little more serious this time about it.
Okay.
Although that is important to score more points than the other team. Really, the number one thing is our offense has to put together a sustained drive and score points. Last week we saw 2 or 3 times we got really deep in the opponent's territory. We got right down on the goal line, and we could not score. One time it was 1st and goal from the 35. We can't. That's unacceptable. We need to put together some long, sustained drives and score some points. I want to see some points scored tonight. Get a touchdown, break the seal on it, go on. That's number one. Number two, I want to see our defense continue their tough play. We need to get some takeaways from Cape. I think we're fairly evenly matched with Cape, so we need a couple of takeaways. And we got those last couple of weeks, so we need those tonight. And our third key to the game, Frankie, is going to be special teams. Our special teams has played well. Mm-hmm. I like Jared and Young punting the ball. He punts it well. We're at home. I would like to see a muffed punt by Cape, or at least being able to flip the field and to keep our offense on the field and our defense off the field. By putting Cape deep in their own territory. Put a little pressure on them. Let's get another safety tonight, Frankie.
Let's do it.
I don't know what the record is for a season for safeties, but this year I think we need to set that record.
That is our Keys to Victory presented by Air Solutions in Poplar Bluff. And let's meet some captains. What do you say?
Absolutely.
Let's start with the away team. The Cape Central Tigers coming in 1-1 on the young football season. This is a conference game. It is a district opponent. Cape Central, their starters tonight, or their captains rather. Number 4, Marston Edwards. He is a 5'9 senior. Number 5, Clayton McClard, a good basketball player, also a 5'7 senior, also out there tonight. Number 6, Keontae Dixon. He is a 6' senior. And number 72 for the Tigers, Soren Janzo. He is a 6' senior. Those are the captains here tonight for the Cape Central Tigers. They're being coached by Kent Gibbs. He is only in his 4th season as the head football coach for the Tigers of Cape Central. He came from Sykeston. He's got a record at Cape Central 13-19, a winning percentage of .406. They are wearing their away white jerseys with the orange numbers and the black and orange helmets. Those are the captains and the coach by the Tigers out of Cape Central. Make no mistake about it. You look at Cape Central, they're 1-1. They're a pretty good football team. But now the Mules coming out arm in arm. They're going to be led by number 7, Mikhail McFarland. He is a 5'9 senior for the Mules. Also coming out tonight, number 28, a captain, Logan Davis. He is a 6'2 senior. Also out there, number 42, Peyton Rogers, a 5'10 senior. Number 67, Nathan Bunton. He is a 6' senior. And the coach is Dave Sievers in his 5th season as the head football coach. A record of 21-22, a winning percentage of .488. Those are the captains. The Mules are wearing their home jerseys here tonight. They're gray and maroon tops, the maroon bottoms, with the maroon helmets. That is our starting line, or I should say our captains, our coaches. Tonight, John, it is the Mules, Cape Central. It doesn't get any better on a week 3 night. Beautiful weather coming up. Game time temperature is going to be phenomenal. As a matter of fact, our temperature tonight, 79 degrees right here at kickoff. I'm excited to get this one underway.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful night. The weather's great. The stands are full. The lights are shining. It's a good night for football here in southeast Missouri. Anybody listening, you want to come on out, try a Poplar Bluff Mule hot dog when you get over here. If not, tune in, watch the game tonight, and watch Poplar Bluff play their hearts out and get that win, Frank.
Absolutely. Under 90 seconds now. We'll step away for 30 seconds. When we come back, we'll tell you who will possess the ball first. We'll come right back for the kickoff. We'll stay right here. Cape Central, they win the toss. They defer. That means Mules offense. We're going to see them first. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll come right back. Mules football coming up on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Do you feel that rush of adrenaline? That's the feeling of over 100 years of Poplar Bluff football excellence. Let's make some history.
And touchdown! It is now straight up 7 o'clock, and they're going to do the student prayer here tonight before we get started. And I like the fact that in Poplar Bluff, John, the student prayer is still going on.
Yeah, Frankie, actually, it's a good deal. We have student comment, and the student is chosen, I think, by student council to make a comment, and they can say anything they want to say. And we're fortunate in this part of the world that the students almost always choose for some inspirational words. A lot of times it's a prayer, but again, it's a testament to the students and the student body here at Poplar Bluff. We've never had a problem with the student comment before a game.
Absolutely, and we're so glad that we were able to kind of listen a little bit to our student prayer. And I got to tell you, I don't know how you feel, Cape Central coming out onto the field as we speak. I'm ready for some high school football.
I am indeed, Frankie. The team looks good. The Mules look sharp tonight. I think they're going to come out quick, and I think they're going to get on Cape.
All right, Eric Wallace is tuning in tonight from Kenmore, Washington. Deanna Bratcher says, let's go Mules. And yes, Deanna, I'm going to have your boy Dylan on live TV tonight as much as I possibly can. So make sure and tune in. Sarah tuning in. She says she misses watching Gavin Hayes playing. He was a big running back for the Mules. So here we go. Cape Central about to kick things off as we get started for the opening kickoff. Week 3 is about to be underway. And here we go. Kickoff here. This one might go out of bounds. Did it go in the end zone? No, it's going to be a penalty. Mules are going to have pretty good field position to begin this ball game. So here we go as the Mules quickly now. We'll see as Declan, or make that TJ Mackins rather. TJ Mackins kicked off for the Tigers. And we'll see exactly what the Mules are going to be able to do with it now as they will have it 1st and 10. Poplar Bluff will have it on the 35-yard line. So TJ Mackins unable to get, he actually kicked it out of bounds. So here we go. It'll be 1st and 10 at 35-yard line. So now we are underway here tonight, and let's see what the Mules will do. But Mason West, he is going to begin things tonight behind the center, and he'll come out and he'll pass on the first play, and he's going to be wrapped up by TJ Mackins, and that is not the way the Mules wanted to get this going. Miss Shanna Carr is tuning in tonight. That was a good defensive stop by TJ Mackins of Cape Central.
Yeah, our line's going to have to do a better job. Quarterback had no time to do anything. Good to see Ms. Carr tuning in. I hear that Cannon's pitching tomorrow. I think tomorrow, maybe tonight, tomorrow. Sometime I saw Richard at the gas station. We talked a little bit.
All right, 2nd down and 15. Ball on the 30-yard line. Lisa Robertson, she is tuning in tonight. She says, let's go Poplar Bluff. Mules backed up a little bit. There's the running play to Logan Height. He is going to get a couple of yards to about the 32-yard line. So just like that, John, the Mules are going to come out here, and they're going to have a quick 3rd down and about 12, or make that 3rd and 13.
That was a tough run by Logan Height. He got a few yards there where most people wouldn't. Hard run that time.
Mules averaging 31% here on 3rd downs in the season so far. Mason West flushed out of the pocket. He'll take off, and he's not going to get much. The run game in the first series isn't there for the Mules. West is going to get maybe to the 31-yard line. So another loss, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 14 as West on 2 plays has lost 6 yards. 4th down and 14 to go.
He had a little bit of space that time, a little hesitation. Cape did a good job down the field. None of the receivers were open and just closed up too quickly for him.
So now Cape Central, Jared Young going to come out to do the punting. He is averaging 33 yards a kick. Back to return is the Tigers standing at their own 43-yard line. So the defense here is going to have to step up. Another nice kick, and the smart thing by Cape Central, Zierra Thomas, is just going to let the ball go. And now Cape Central is going to have the possession now. So just like that here, as Jared Young did a good job on the kickoff, or I should say on the punt rather, and no return, as it's going to be 1st and 10. Cape Central on their own 35-yard line, a kick of 34 yards with 9:55 left to go here in the first quarter of play. Cape Central now, they will have the rock. We'll see what happens here on their first offensive set of plays. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Logan Height is the first man through for the Mules, and maybe about a yard gain on that play. And that's one thing about Poplar Bluff that we have seen, John, is their defense has been really good. At Keyshawn Boyd, he is only going to get maybe a yard, maybe two. They're going to give him 2 yards on that run play by Cape Central, 2nd down and 8.
Yes, our defense, no complaints with the defense all year. They can't win the game, but they can sure put us in a position, and we've been in the position to win every game we've been in so far.
Lee Wallace is tuning in tonight from Texas. He says, let's go Mules, 2nd down and 8. Boy, the Mules were forced out to a 3-and-out. Now the quarterback hands it off. Good job by the Mules. Logan Height he had him in the backfield, but then Ben Conklaser had to do the rest of it. Good job by the Mules. Not much on the run. A couple of yards by Ziari Thomas. Thomas, by the way, coming into the ballgame, averaging about 6.5 yards per carry. He gets it to the 38-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 7.
Yeah, Logan Height did an excellent job, slowed him down a bit. The running back did a good job, though, not going down. Picked up a couple of yards, but Height set that up by slowing him down.
So now the Mules coming out, 3rd down and 7 to go. Shotgun formation for Diamond. Diamond now tries to flush it outside the pocket, and it's going to be incomplete. Good job by the Mules. Logan Height. That's going to be incomplete, and the Mules, as of right now, it appears, the Mules will get the football back, and they force Cape Central on a 3-and-out.
Yeah, Connor Stevens got in the backfield, got it right on the quarterback, did not go for the fake, and he really put pressure on the quarterback. Good defensive play by Connor Stevens.
And that, by the way, that quarterback was Declan Pittman, by the way. So now to return for the Mules is going to be Chris Matlock. High snap. Here is the kick on the way. And this one is going to be taken by Matlock.
Almost blocked. We were really close to blocking that one.
Yes, it was. So now the Mules will have the football here as we'll step away for 30 seconds. We'll come right back. Mules will have it 1st and 10. No score. You're listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Do you feel that rush of adrenaline? That's the feeling of over 100 years of Poplar Bluff football excellence. Let's make some history.
And touchdown! All right, we are back here, and the first play by the Mules there with 8:22 to go here in the first quarter, John. Penalty, false start for the Mules, and that's where to back them up 5 yards here. And we'll start once again, 1st down and 15 to go on the 31-yard line. There's a run play. No, it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and the Cape Central once again was all over that one. And on the 30-yard line, another -1 on the carry by Mason West.
It's our total yards tonight, Frankie, about -10, 12, something like that.
So far tonight here for the Poplar Bluff Mules, 2nd down and 11. The Mules -5 to be exact. There's a rocket shot to Romeo Waltor. He get it to the 40 to about the 41. Good pass by Mason West. And now the Mules moving in the right direction. Great job by Mason West. Great heads up by the Mules. And Romeo Waltor, he'll get it to the 41. A gain of 11 on second down and 15. So now it's going to bring up another flag here. We'll see who this one's against. And is it going to be against Cape Central? Yes, it is. And that's going to give them a first down. It's going to be a false start, or I should say offsides. And the Mules will benefit from the penalty. And the Mules will get their first down of the ball game.
Yeah, we like it, Frankie. Cape's been really quick on the snap, and they got caught that time.
Yes, they did. Nice awareness, Jason says. Rebecca tuning in from Fisk, Missouri. By the way, our officials here tonight, referee Cale Williams, umpires are Ben Godwin, Chainside, Jim Vaughn, line judge is Tim Harmon, back judge is Jordan Penn. Great officials here tonight. No score, and there's another handoff. Logan Height, boy, Cape Central, John, they are all over this run. It is going nowhere right now for Poplar Bluff. Logan Height, the running back tonight, he's going to lose about 6 yards back to the 40-yard line.
Oh, yeah, Cape's really getting penetration against their offensive line. We're going to have to figure out a way to get over it, loosen them up a little bit, because they're just immediately getting in the backfield.
6:37 to play, first quarter, no score. Here in in Poplar Bluff, the Mules have the football here. So now the Mules coming up to the line of scrimmage. Mason West puts a man in motion. That's Jared Young. This time he's going to throw to the outside. And as soon as Darius Graham makes the catch, we've got a third down and very long coming up. The receiver this time, Darius Graham, and he may have only got about a yard of forward progress, and that's going to bring up a third down and 15. Mules that so far tonight is 0 for 1 when it comes to third down conversions, only averaging 31% on third down for the season.
We're going to have to improve that. Cape defense really quick tonight. I'm impressed with their speed on the ball. They're getting there.
So now third down and 15 to go here for Poplar Bluff. They're going downfield. This one's going to be picked off by the Tigers of Cape Central. Right place at the right time for Ziari Thomas. The ball it hit a Mules player and bounced off of him. And just like that, Ziari Thomas is able to make the interception.
Yeah, that's an easy pick. You don't like to see that as a receiver. The ball was thrown a little hard. It went off one of our guys' shoulder pads and just bounced up. Easy pick for the defense in that situation. You want to bat the ball down or get it batted down as quickly as you can. When it pops up like that, it's just anybody's ball.
5:30 left to play here in the first quarter of play. And now Cape Central going to take over here. 1st and 10 in the Mules territory. And there's a run play by Thomas. And Thomas is going to get all the way down inside the 30-yard line to about the 29. Big run by Thomas, and that's a gain of about 11 yards, and that'll be a Cape Central first down. Boy, that turnover there really hurt Poplar Bluff, and hopefully the Mules will be able to come away somehow without giving up any yards or any points on this drive.
Need a turnover right here, Frankie.
Need a big turnover in a big way. Poplar Bluff now coming out. This one going to be a handoff to the outside. Good blocking. There are some flags coming in. This one should be coming back. It was a handoff to Keyshawn Boyd. A lot of holding there. Yes, it is. It'll be a holding call against Cape Central. So that one is going to come back, and we'll see exactly where they move him back to.
We need to move him up there to the Academy parking lot, Frankie.
Yeah, you're not kidding. They're going to move him back to the 39-yard line. So it's going to bring up first down and 20. Make sure and share this video for us on social media if you're tuning in. My boy Andrew Jefferson, he'll be in Monday morning. He says it's time for the offensive line to wake up. It's grind time. I would agree, Andrew, 100%. First down coming up here. And Pittman is going to be wrapped up. Logan Davis, the ball came out for just a moment. Great job by the Mules there by Josh Alcorn. And there is the first sack of the ball game. Mules able to get him as he'll lose a couple of more yards to the 41-yard line.
Another good work by Connor Stevens. He was down in there. It was they converged all at the same time, but I think he had his hand on the quarterback first.
I think you're right. That's why they pay you the big bucks, John. Second down and 22.
I can still see a little bit.
Still see just a little bit. Cape Central with the ball now. They're moving backwards. Pittman lobs it up to Thomas. Oh, good job by Thomas as he is gone, and he may score. He'll be brought down if it wasn't for Darius Graham. Good screen by Cape Central, then the lob pass. And it's going to be all the way down to about the 21-yard, or make that the 16-yard line. Big pass, big gain.
We've been bringing the heat the last couple of plays. I think the Cape coach realized that through that little screen, worked perfectly.
That was a 30-yard pickup, 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line. You can hear you can hear the Cape fans and Poplar Bluff fans going at it back and forth. I like that little rivalry there. Pittman there trying to be flushed outside the pocket. Instead, he lobs it up and nearly picked off. Good job by the Mules on defense that time. That was a great job by the Mules, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 to go. 3:45 to play here in the first quarter of play. No score here live in Poplar Bluff.
Need to see our defense really tighten up down here, Frankie. Now we'll get a turnover. I want to see a pick 6.
I'm okay with that.
A scoop and score. How about
I wouldn't
that?
mind to see that. Sarah Lacey says, let's go Mules, 2nd down. I see Sean there on the track there as Thomas getting inside the 10, and they'll mark him down at looks like the 9-yard line. So a gain of about 2 yards. And you would think in this situation, John, the Mules are going to wind up and or I should say Cape Central rather, they're going to wind up and they're going to be in 4-down territory.
Yes, I think so. I think they will be. Good to see the defense stiffen up down here, but they're on the field a lot. And,
yes, they are.
It's going to wear them out by the end of the game if we can't get our offense going.
So far, Thomas is really hurting us in every direction possible. He has done a phenomenal job to this point for Cape Central. 3rd down coming up here. Another handoff to Thomas. And this time, Jay Soto is not letting him through. What a tackle by Soto. And now that scenario we talked about, they're going to go for it, right?
They'll have to go for it, won't they?
I would think so. They lost a yard. It's going to bring up a 4th and down and 9 on the 10-yard line. So we'll see what happens.
That defense couldn't have been better. They read that perfectly, pursued the guy perfectly. It was a nice tackle.
All right, folks on social media, let's hear it. They're going to go for the field goal, it looks like. They're going to kick it.
They got a kicker.
TJ Mackins is coming up. He'll kick it away.
I like to see the effort by high school teams when they kick.
I do too. TJ Mackins. Here is the snap, and there's a flag. There's a flag. It does go. No, it goes. It goes. It's no good, rather. We'll see who the penalty is going to be. I don't think it's against the Mules.
I thought it might have been offsides.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be incomplete, and it's going to be against Cape Central. Okay. We're going to decline it, so it's going to be no good, and the Mules are going to come away with the football with 2:16 to play here in the first quarter.
I like to see that, Frankie. These teams, high school teams, when they have a kicker and they work on it and they try to do that and play the game as I believe it should be played, I like to see the effort. I'll give Cape props for taking their chance on that.
Absolutely.
We've had some great kickers over the years, and it always livens up the game. I think it's pretty cool.
Mules football proudly presented by First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialists, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Rushton's Towing, Air Solutions, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. Mules will have it. And it'll be a 1st and 10 coming up on the 30, or make that 20-yard line, it looks like. So, in the meantime, let's keep it here and let's talk about what we have seen so far. By the way, real quick, let's do some trivia first. What do you say?
I'm ready. I'm very trivial. I feel trivial tonight.
Yes, our first half trivia presented by Kevin's Auto Repair. All you got to do on the line tonight, a $25 gift card, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Let's hear it on social media. In the 1992 football season, which Mules defensive player recovered a record 4 fumbles in a single game? Was it James Hayes, Jeremy Johnson, Kenny Rowland, or Jason Dowd?
Jason Dowd, come on, man.
Come on, man, he said.
Well, 92, I was at the University of Missouri. I'll have to search back in my memory on that one and give it some thought.
So there you go. Let us know your answer on social media.
I think I know the answer. I'll just go on record.
Well, I think we gave you the answer by accident on social media, but that's okay. Still keep your comments coming in. Everybody saw the answer. I like it. There's the play. Jaredon Young with a big hit. A big receiving catch there all the way to about the 30-yard line. Is it going to be enough to move the chains? It will. It is a first down as Jaredon Young getting a receiving catch that time. And the Mules will have it now, 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. So a good pickup on first down by Poplar Bluff. Now we'll see what the Mules are able to do with it now. 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. The answer came on the screen. I know that was our bad. This one's incomplete, going to Jaredon Young again for the back-to-back times that time. Incomplete pass.
Frankie, you call that a hint.
I called that a hint.
You gave a hint.
Still answer. Yeah, you know what? Answer the question anyway, and someone's going to win a $25 gift card coming up at halftime.
This will teach people to watch closely.
That's right. That'll teach you to really watch what we're doing. Absolutely. 7-0 Sykeston right now. They lead in their ball game. 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. So now Mason West, high snap. He's going to keep the ball himself this time. Gets a little bit of running room. TJ Mackins is able to take him down. He'll go to about the 34-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a second or make that third down in about 6, depending on. They're going to mark him down at the 35-yard line. We'll take it. 3rd down and 5. 1:27 to play here in the first quarter. Still no score.
Decent little run by Mason West right there.
It was a decent little run by Mason West, and he'll get it out across the first down marker. We're going to move the chains again. Make that Mason West, rather. So Mason West is able to run the football on back-to-back 5-yard runs that time. So now we'll see Mason West and the Mules coming out here. First down. And this time, another great play by the Mules, and they're cooking on this exchange. I believe Mikhail McFarland, the man this time for Poplar Bluff. Mikhail McFarland getting some nice yardage. And that'll be a first down, Mules inside Cape territory.
Cape got the timeout. They needed it.
Yes, they did. We're going to come back in 30 seconds. Mules still scoreless, but we're driving. Don't go anywhere on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. And we are back here live as Cape Central takes their first timeout of the football game. Lisa Pfister says, let's go Mules. Man, a lot of comments coming in. Make sure and share this video for us. I can't give you a gift card if you don't share the video feed tonight.
Good to hear from Lisa Pfister. Great person. 2 great kids of hers. I guess they're grown now, actually. She lives up in Glen Carbon, Illinois. Works up at the Air Force Base. And it's a good supporter.
Last year.
Tyler Hansborough is her nephew, if I believe correctly. And anyway, good supporter of the Mules.
There's a high snap there. Mason West gets it outside. Good job. Gets it to the outside. Good gain on first down by the Mules. Chris Matlock getting some yardage that time. And the Mules are going the right direction.
Getting some positive yards. I like it, Frankie.
It'll be all the way down to the 45-yard line. There you go. Good job by the Mules inside Cape Central territory. Mason West this time is going to get backed up a little bit, and that should end the first
He had a good
quarter.
half a second to do something right there. but hey, they're doing better tonight. They are.
Yes, they are. So, as Mikhail McFarland a moment ago got some good yardage that time, and
I feel like if we could just break a few more of those, get a little confidence. We need some confidence, and somebody needs to just take control.
All right.
Somebody's got to step up.
With that being said, it's going to bring up third down for the Mules. When we come back, we're back in 60 seconds. No score. You're listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
And we are back here live. It'll bring up third down and about 13. Ron Withrow, does anybody know if Tyler H. is playing basketball in China? I don't know the answer to that question.
He's got a good podcast.
He does.
I don't know. I can't remember the name, but it's good.
Mason West, he's out to throw, and it's going to be overthrown on Chris Matlock, and that's a shame, too. The Mules have been doing great this drive. Fourth down and about 14 to go. And if you're Jared and Young, I think in this situation you're going to wind up and punt the football, right?
Yeah, flip the field, put Kate back. Our defense is playing well. Should be in good shape.
So Mason West tonight, 3 for 6 here in the ball game at 22 yards. Mules on third down conversion so far in the ball game. Poplar Bluff is 2 out of 5, 40% thus far. Still no score as we begin quarter number 2 here tonight. Mules going to punt the football away. Jared and Young, that's a line drive kick. That's a beauty inside the 10. Stop, my friends. Yes, and they fall on it at the 3-yard line.
Nice.
What a punt by Jared and Young, and that's going to give Cape Central the football. It doesn't get any better by Jared and Young on that one.
Well, he's turned into a good punter, and I'm sure that was by design. Line drive punt, got the Mules roll, and it didn't roll too fast or too long. It got right where we need it to be.
That's a 49-yard kick by Jared and Young. 11:47 to play here in the first half. Still no score. Cape Central now will have the football. They've got 2 timeouts. Still no score. Let us know what you're thinking about this game. Thank you so much, Ron. Ron Withrow letting us know St. Louis is trailing by 4 runs.
Can't win them all, right, Frank?
Can't win them all. Looks like quarterback change here at Cape Central, or for the Tigers, rather. They still do the same run up the gut. They're going to get a few yards on the run. And this one, Thomas again, another nice run play by Thomas. And he's going to get out to about the 10-yard line. So a gain of 7 yards on first down, at second down, and 3 to go. Jason Hayes, he wants to see a safety. All right, second down and 3 here, John. I see Sean over there on the sidelines. We'll go to him here momentarily. On the track, rather. Morgan Diamond flushed outside the pocket. He hands it off. Good job by the Mules defense here. They are doing a great job on this run as Thomas again is the man through, and I believe it'll be enough for a first down, or it's going to be close. They're going to go ahead and give him the first down, and he'll be about the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 8 yards on second down.
Darius Graham did a good job. He didn't make the tackle, but he slowed the guy down just a little bit. Otherwise, it would have been a much larger gain.
So a nice 8-yard run by Thomas. First down. Ron Withrow says need some points. I agree. Boy, this scoreboard looks so sharp on Facebook and YouTube, man. I love it.
Hate not to use it, right?
That's right. I'd hate not to use it. I got some buttons I want to push for the Mules if we score. Good job by Mikhail McFarland. It's very obvious what Cape Central is going to do right now. They're going to use Thomas as much and often as they can. Thomas is going to get out to about the 24-yard line. That's a gain of about 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 4 now. Well, I tell you what, this Thomas kid, he came in averaging 6.5 yards per carry. So far tonight, he's got 7 carries, 34 yards, 5 yards a carry almost. And right now, he is hurting the Mules, and he lines up. Well, he's going to be out of the game on this play. Morgan Diamond now the quarterback here. He'll come in. Going to be a handoff to the big man through, and that's Keyshawn. Mr. Boyd at that time is going to get out to the 30-yard line, and that looks to be another Cape Central first down as they give it to Keyshawn Boyd, a gain of 6 yards, another first down for Cape Central.
Yeah, nothing flashy, just good old football right down your throat. We're going to have to figure out a way to stop that. Otherwise, they'll just keep doing it.
Marcus Johnson, absolutely correct. He says they got to stop that run. That's what Cape Central's doing right now. There's the Mule section. They're fired up right now. Morgan Diamond, he's going to throw this time. Great job by Matlock. Boy, he was right there, right place at the right time. Clayton McClard was the man on the receiving end of that hit. Clayton McClard, we've said his name a lot over the last 10 years. He's a senior, but boy, he's a good basketball player, man. This kid, he is short, but he is really good at what he does. Picks up 4 yards to the 34-yard line. 2nd down and a long 6.
9th-year senior, right? Or 6th-year senior, that is.
Yeah.
COVID eligibility.
Morgan Diamond, we've said his name on the baseball field. There goes Boyd. Boyd breaks the tackle. Nearly runs into the official. Mr. Godwin better watch out down there.
He'll get stomped.
He almost got stomped. 41-yard line, another Cape Central first down as Boyd is going to pick up 7 yards on the carry, or make that 8 yards on the carry on the 42-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, you don't like to see a really good punt like that. Just chip away. Here they go. But I feel like our defense is going to be able to bend but not break on this possession.
I think I'm going to break here. I need to get a drink of my green detox. We've got a 30-second timeout coming up. We'll step away. Presented by Larry Hillis Dodge. No score. 8:25 to go in the first half. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Scott Law Firm is experienced in estate planning and the preparation of documents like wills and trusts. Let the Scott Law Firm help you protect your family and pass along your estate according to your terms. Call Scott Law Firm today at 785-4688. Southeast Signs and Graphics of Poplar Bluff can handle all of your printing needs, from t-shirts, wall displays, banners, and so much more. Call their team at 573-772-5566 or get to southeastsignsandgraphics.com.
We are back here live in official timeout here. Cape Central, no score. But it is really, right now, Cape Central, they are moving in the right direction. Oh, boy, I hate to hear this. Jackson right now leading Farmington 14-0. We'll see them next week. Make sure and share this video feed for us on social media. We are going to give away a $25 gift card coming up, even though I hit the wrong button and I showed the answer with the question.
We'll see if everybody can remember.
We'll see if they can remember. I won't show that screen again. Morgan Diamond coming back out here. He is going to hand it off, it looks like, to Boyd. Boyd flashing to the right side, and he runs into a wall led by Chris Matlock. It'll be another first down by Cape Central. Right now, John, Cape Central, they're going to make the Mules defense work hard on this run game, and it's working pretty good.
Yeah, I worry that our defense is getting a little tired, getting a little winded on this possession. You know, they're chipping away, nothing flashy, just a couple of runs and a pass, We're going to stop it. We really need turnover, I think.
That was an 11-yard gain by Boyd. Cape Central now with the football. Coming up at halftime, we've got a lot going on. There is another handoff. They're going to run it again to Boyd, and Boyd is just going right up the middle. Darius Graham gets in there. Connor Stevens, he puts his body on him, and who was a third Mules player there? That was Logan Height. It's taken 3 Mules players to bring down Keyshawn Boyd, and he is down to the 40-yard line, a 7-yard pickup that time, and that is another first down for Cape Central, or I should say second down, and about 3 coming up for Cape Central.
Yeah, we need a turnover. I feel like they're just going to keep doing this.
Keyshawn Boyd, 5 carries and 34 yards. It feels like a whole lot more. There's another. Oh, he's going to keep it this time, as this time he'll step up and get a first down, it looks like. Good job by the Mules. They're in there pretty quick. He'll get to the 35-yard line. It is a gain of 5 yards, and that'll bring up another first down for the Tigers of Cape Central. They will have it on the 35-yard line. Remember, they got it inside the 10. They tried to go for a field goal, unable to get that done the last possession. And right now, the Mules defense, they are standing up as strong as they can right now. Cape Central, 2 timeouts, 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Man in motion this time, it's McClard. They're going to, fake hand it off again. It's going to be the quarterback. Good job by the Mules this time. Darius Graham in there on the tackle. There was another Mules player. It looks like Jaredon Young in on the tackle as well against Morgan Diamond. He is going to get to about the 34-yard line. Also, John, real quick, want to give a big shout-out to our good friends at Bushwoods in Poplar Bluff, streaming our Mules football games here tonight. Hopefully they're enjoying some good food. I'll be there tomorrow doing a live broadcast from 2 to 5.
Very nice. Good place to go. Nice to have for the community. Good food, good times. Grand opening tomorrow.
So now the Mules here. Cape Central hands it to Boyd, and Logan Davis missed the first tackle. But this time the Mules were able to wrap him up. I'll get you the name here in just a moment. Mikael McFarland, Logan Height again in on the tackle there. And Boyd is not going to go very far. He'll get it to about the 32-yard line. It is a big 3rd down and 7 coming up. And for the Cape Central Tigers, I would assume you're in 4-down territory, right?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. And our defense has played better the last few plays. Looked pretty good.
They're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversion so far tonight. Let's make it 0 for 3, boys. What do you say? They're going to fake hand it off again. Diamond this time gets a man, and it's going to be McClard, it looks like. Good job by the Mules wrapping him up. Darius Graham doing a phenomenal job, and it's not going to be enough for a first down. They're going to have to go for 2, I think. I should say go for the 4-down territory on this. Only a 2-yard pickup down. Well, make it a 3-yard pickup to the 29-yard line. They're 0 for 3. It's 4th and 4. You got to go for it, right?
They got to go for it. And I feel like our defense can get the stop here, get a little momentum back our way. We've done a good job of bending but not breaking on this. Defense has played well. Darius has really had a good defensive game tonight.
Make sure and share this video feed for us. No score in Poplar Bluff. 4:40 left in the first half. Going to be a handoff. They give it to the first man through. It's Thomas. Thomas, I don't believe he got it, folks. Mules are going to turn them over on downs, and that's what you want to see. Give me some booms on Facebook. I like to see that. Got to get the student section involved in the fans in general, as the Mules are able to stop Thomas, and that's one thing the Mules have not been able to do very well tonight, as they get it to the 27-yard line. Only a gain of 2 yards with 4:32 left to play here in the first half. Mules will have it 1st and 10. Mules football proudly presented by Patriot Auto Glass, also Christian Automotive and Tire, Eye Care Specialist Larry Hillis Dodge, our good friends at Briggs & Stratton, Taco John's, and the Scott Law Group LLC. So the Mules now coming back out. Let's change that possession arrow back over to the Mules. Poplar Bluff coming out. There are the booms on social media. Make sure and share this video for us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube as well. Good job by the Mules. First man through. I believe that was Mikael McFarland, and he's going to get it to about the 30-yard line, 2nd and 7.
Mikael having a nice game tonight. And Frankie, I was going to say while you were talking earlier, Nice crowd tonight. The home bleachers stands are almost completely full. We've added some bleachers on the visitor side. Good crowd tonight.
Very good crowd indeed. A high snap. Good job by the Mules getting it outside to Jared Young. That's a big body. He'll get it to about the 40-yard line, or close to the 40-yard line, rather. They're going to mark him down at the 38, an 8-yard pickup. Another Mules first down.
Very nice. See the offense move a little bit, get a little momentum going our way. Looking good. We got plenty of time in the second, 3.5 minutes, 3:40. Plenty of time.
So it's going to be an 8-yard gain. We get a whistle here coming in. Not sure what that was about. Terry Mizell, I agree, Terry. We've got a score on this drive.
Big Terry. Good to see Big Terry tuning in.
Lisa Pfister says she is tuning in tonight. There's a good pass. Torrance Williams trying to break some tackles outside. Good yardage on first down. He'll get out across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. 43. His first catch of the ball game. By the way, I misspoke last week. I said he was about 260. That is not my fault. Coach Sievers gave me that number. He is actually 215 in the weight category.
Well, it's 260, 215.
I'm just saying. He's 215 is what I was told to say. Ben Conclaser going to get the run up the gut. He's got a Mules first down. There you go, baby. Inside the 50-yard line, down to the 49 by Ben Conclaser. The Mules, can I say they're throwing the kitchen sink right now at Cape Central?
They sure are. They're running a little bit of a hurry up, which they probably need to. 3 minutes and 17 seconds.
It's going to be on the 50-yard line. Mules first and 10 on the 50. They're trying to get something going here. High snap. Another handoff, and this one maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be Ben Conclaser, number 38, and it'll bring up second down and about 10 to go. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Under 3 minutes, 2:55 and counting here in the first half. Do us a favor, share the video for us. We're going to give away. Kennett right now leads 14-7 after one. They're playing Sykeston right now. Oh, the Mules juggle it. Would have been close to a first down, but instead going to wind up and be an incomplete pass. It was intended along the outside. Number 3, Romeo Wantor couldn't come up with it. It was a good pass by Mason West. The Mules just couldn't come up with it. Third down and 10. Mules here tonight, 2 out of 5 when it comes to third down conversions. Big one coming up here, John, with about 2:36 to play here in the first half. Mason West, 5 of 9, 35 yards so far in the ball game.
He's having a decent game, better game tonight.
Now the Mules put a man in motion. That's Torrance Williams, the big junior. Going to be a fake handoff as Mason West takes off, and he may have a first down. Good job by Mason West. Well, he's not going to have a first down, but it's going to be fourth and very manageable as he is going to get all the way down to about the 44-yard line, a gain of 6 yards. The Mules have yet to convert a fourth down conversion this season. It's 4th down and 4. And we've got a whistle coming up here. Could be a timeout presented by Larry Hillis Dodge. We're going to stay here right now. And what we want to do is, if we can get Sean back on the game with us, we'll bring him on here in just a moment. Sean, if you're with us on the track there, big 4th down coming up. Do you run the football? Do you throw it?
I mean, you've had the success so far with screen passes and maybe running to the outside. I might even try another quarterback keeper because you want to keep the ball in your hands for these final 2 minutes. This has been a real field possession game so far, so you don't want to give Cape Central a chance with 2 minutes and a short field to go. So I would definitely do a run towards the outside, see if they can get to the corner of the sideline and get that first down.
All right, Sean, thank you so much, my friend. We'll get back to you during halftime in just a few moments. Remember, we're going to give away a $25 gift card from Academy Sports and Outdoors, so make sure and share this video feed for us. I accidentally, John, I know, I pushed the wrong button on this thing, and I showed the answer by mistake. So somebody has already got the answer. Several people got the answer, obviously. So make sure I'll go back and see if you shared the video, if you liked it. Also, make sure and go to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button for us. You see that scoreboard there on your screen. I want to put a touchdown there for Poplar Bluff. 4th down and 4 coming up with 2:07 to play here in the first half. Mason West takes off with it, and I don't think he got the first down. Well, you know what? I think he did. We'll see. Well, no, he didn't.
It was close.
Nope, I don't think he got it.
It was close.
I don't think he got the first down. I was hoping that he did, but he did not get the first down.
I think it was the right idea. It was a decent play.
It was. I got no problem with it.
He was very close. He was very close.
He got 2 yards, about 2 yards short of the first down. So 2 minutes now. Cape Central's going to have the 2-minute drill to come out here in the second quarter. Mules could not score. Gina tuning in. Glad to have you alongside. Sarah says, dang it. Can I say that on live air?
I don't know,
did.
Frankie. I'm not a professional. I don't know all the rules. I try to avoid even getting close to the line.
Well,
I just think it.
There you go. So now Morgan Diamond's coming out. They've got a man in motion. He's going to throw. He's got 2 minutes to work with, a couple of timeouts. And this one is going to be a caught pass. Good job by Morgan Diamond, as Marston Edwards is only going to get about 2 yards to the 44-yard line. Clock continues to run. 1:43. Jason Hayes says, hey, let's get a pick 6.
Hey, man, I was just thinking that. You know, they get in a hurry, get a little hasty. It's a good time for them to make a mistake.
I agree 1,000%. They've got 2 timeouts. Mules have a timeout remaining in the first half. Diamond, he's back to throw. Now he's going to keep it himself.
Fumble.
And he is going to get through 1 tackle. Not a first down, so the clock is not going to stop. He's going to be inside of Mules territory. Good run by Morgan Diamond. And they're going to mark him down about a yard shy of the first down marker. That is a 7-yard pickup by Cape Central. 3rd down and 1. Oh, Melissa Soto is tuning in from Tampa, Florida. I'm jealous. I would love to be in Tampa right now.
That would be okay. I could do a little bit of Tampa time.
Cape is 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They're going to run it this time. Come on, Mules. Get him, boys. They got him again. Thomas unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. 0 of 4 on 3rd down conversions.
Can't say enough about the defense tonight. They've really stepped up when they had to.
And that's 32 seconds remaining here in the first half, and that's a big blow. 4th down and 3.
They'll let it run down.
I thought the Mules may have took a timeout there to kind of, but nope, they're not content.
They get to halftime and make a few adjustments.
Amber Bliss is tuning in from Rockford, Illinois. Glad to have her alongside here tonight. And you know what, Cape Central, they're going to end the first half. We've got no score. That means Mules are very much alive in this ball game.
Yeah, but Frankie, your scoreboard, I don't know. Does it work?
I don't know. As of right now,
we don't know.
It may not.
We do not know if it will show a number other than 0.
So we've come to halftime. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back. We're going to regroup here, folks. We're going to go to halftime, or I should say a commercial break. We're going to come back, and we'll have the PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. We will have the halftime report coming up in just a moment. In the meantime, though, I want to go down at fieldside to Sean Manning along the track. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, we're not at halftime yet. Cape Central called a timeout with 4 seconds left.
Ooh, 4
so
seconds
they're do
left.
Something here.
Well, we don't like that, Frankie. I don't like the smell of this at all. They're going to do some kind of trickeration.
Well, 4 seconds left. I'm glad you saw that because I was thinking it was already halftime. So I'll tell you what I'll do here is I'll just subtract the timeout for Cape Central and give them the timeout. So timeout, Cape Central. I don't know what in the world they could do here, Sean.
It has to be a long bomb from where they're at, but Cape Central's not really shown the want to do that so far tonight. It's just been a lot of running so far for Cape.
Myra Knight says, show me marching band. We're going to play them too coming up here at halftime. Thank you so much, Sean, for the update. He was down there along the track waving at me. I thought he was just trying to say hi to me, but I guess not.
Yeah, I think this would be a teachable moment, a coachable moment. Try some kind of a trick. Might come in handy later in the year.
So now the Mules going to drop some safeties back here, standing at the 30-yard line. 4 seconds left here. This should end the first half. They put a man in motion. Diamond now. Shotgun formation. He's going to pass it. Mules are showing blitz, and they brought some pressure. They're going to go toward the end zone. And this one is going to be incomplete. Boy, the Mules had that covered very well. And that's a very gutsy call with no time left to go here in the first half. You got to be impressed with the way the Mules played to end that quarter.
Absolutely. Our defense has really played well tonight. Absolutely. Offense is showing sputter. They're sputtering along. It's like an old engine trying to start. They're just getting a little bit going, a little smoke coming out of the tailpipe, a little rattle here and there. I feel like when it ever fires up, it's going to be tough to handle.
We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We will talk. We'll see our Neon Palm Squad coming up. We'll have your halftime stats and a live performance from the Show Me Marching Band. As we continue, no score. We have reached halftime. Coming up, it is the PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist halftime report on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
Scott Law Firm is experienced in estate planning and the preparation of documents like wills and trusts. Let the Scott Law Firm help you protect your family and pass along your estate according to your terms. Call Scott Law Firm today at 785-4688.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
All right, we are back here live with your halftime report presented by PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. And tonight, no score. Now, real quick, the reason why we have to talk over the Pom Squad performing, I want to be able to show that. You can see it on the camera. I can't let you hear the audio because of Facebook rules. It's copyrighted music nonsense. They'll take us off the air, and we don't want that.
All these rules, Frankie. Wasn't it last year maybe it's something? Somebody tried to rat you out and cause you trouble. Didn't do a thing.
During our basketball season, that happened. Somebody, as a matter of fact,
you got canceled.
We got put in YouTube jail as a matter of fact for a while. Man. That was a fight and a half. So let's talk about. And by the way, we've got our question coming up here. In the 1992, don't laugh.
I knew this answer. That's the sad part. Is
no.
You got to give out the answer when I know it.
No, in the 1992 football season, which Mules defensive player recovered a record 4 fumbles in a single game? Was it James Hayes, Jeremy Johnson, Kenny Rowland, or Jason Dowd? We'll give you the answer coming up. Just put A, B, C, or D in the comments section, folks, and I'll go back. If you shared the video, if you get it right, we'll select a $25 gift card courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. Terry Mizell says, who cares about the rules? You got a good lawyer beside you.
That's perfect. I love Terry. Good stuff. That's brilliant.
That's brilliant. So let's talk about the first half here. We're going to get to the Show Me Marching Band in just a moment. One thing about this first half, boy, a big hats off to our defense. Cape Central 0 for 4 right now on third down conversions. That's been big for Poplar Bluff, not to mention that missed field goal in the first half. That's been the biggest difference right now, and that's a big part of our Mules defense. They've been huge here tonight.
Oh, they absolutely have. They've really stepped up when it's most important. We've given up some plays, given up some yards, given up some first downs. Cape's run it pretty well, but when it came right down to the important time, our defense every single time tonight stepped up and got the stop when they needed it.
So what I want to do here in just a moment is on the radio side of things, we're going to go to a commercial timeout. We're going to stay here on the video part, and we're going to watch the Show Me Marching Band. They do a great job, by the way. The director, Mr. Winters, does a phenomenal job with these kids. You see the student section cheering up a little bit. So stay with us. If you're watching us on social media, YouTube and Facebook, we are going to go down field side, and we're going to watch the performance of the Show Me Marching Band, and then we'll come back on the radio in just a few moments. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. If you're watching us on social media, the Show Me Marching Band, they're facing our direction tonight. So have fun, enjoy the halftime by the marching band, and we'll be back on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. All right, so we went to a commercial break on the radio side of things, and we're going to turn the mic up and let you enjoy the performance here by the Show Me Marching Band. 14 minutes until halftime, or until the end of halftime, rather. No score, and we'll come back with some highlights and totals after the performance by the Show Me Marching Band. Share the video for us. We'll also be giving away some gift cards coming up directly after halftime.
Drum majors, Kirsten Milner, Nevaeh Larkins, and Demarius Winters. Is your band ready?
You what? Oh, you're fine. Hey.
As well as several quarterback keeps. So
we hope you enjoy the show.
We've had 7 yards for Diamond as well. Multiple first down pickups for Diamond. So they are just
Remember, for the interview only.
No, because we just walked through there. We'll look dumb. I wish I just had every single girl snap and pick me. Oh, God. Answer that. You gotta search that shit thoroughly. I hope they even add you back, bro. That's Ivy Belt's fine ass. We walked past 2 girls and a group of girls, and then one of them said, he's fine as fuck. I swear to God. Whenever we walk right by them. Oh God. Oh no, nigga, they said he. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, if they would have said my outfit, oh God, there's no point. I thought they were talking about me, and I turned around and read them. And then they got on your ass.
And we hope you've enjoyed the performance by the Show Me Marching Band, and we're so glad to bring that to you this year. That's a new thing we did this year, John. We decided there were so many people who wanted to see our Show Me Marching Band. They do a phenomenal job. We wanted to be able to show that to them. I know we're on the away side, but it's our way to get back to that program. A lot of folks tuning in on social media to watch them. We're glad to do it.
Yeah, it's really nice, Frankie. And, you not being on the other side of the field, we just turned the band around so they would be on it. But I like to see the band in uniform. I know that's a hassle for them. It's expensive to get those uniforms cleaned. It's a hassle to get it all organized and put them on. It's hot to wear them and all that. But to me, I was not in the marching band, but I appreciate the marching band.
Absolutely.
And I will say that I like it when they're wearing a uniform because to me, that's the way it ought to be. But then again, I'm getting old, Frankie, and I have old ways.
Keep talking for a second,
Yes, sir.
John.
And so that's nice to see. Mules' first half is kind of more of the same tonight. Defense stepped up when we need to step up. Offense is going to have to get it together. We need to get some points. Frankie's got a new scoreboard. He wants to try this button out.
I've got this button that I want to push, and that was Dylan Bratcher, by the way. Good baseball player. His mom and dad are wonderful people, and they're like, hey, they're ready to erupt down there, the student section, but we got to have a touchdown first.
Mr. Bratcher's mother, who chimed in earlier, is none other than Class of 90.
Class of 90. So let's do some stats here real fast.
Yes,
and these stats are mind-boggling in themselves. So far, no score here live in Poplar Bluff, Cape Central. They have ran 26 plays, 120 yards. Poplar Bluff, meanwhile, they've ran 24 plays, 52 yards in the first half. No score. The big difference, like I told you a moment ago, Cape Central, they're 0 of 4 on third down conversions, and Poplar Bluff is 2 out of 6 on third down conversions. Cape is 0 for 2 on fourth down. The Mules 0 for 1. And Declan Pittman, he began the football game at QB for Cape Central. He is 1 of 3, but Morgan Diamond is 3 out of 4, just 9 yards so far in the first half of play. The run game has been what's got the job done for Cape. Keyshawn Boyd, 6 carries, 36 yards, averaging 6 yards a carry. Ziari Thomas, 9 carries, 34 yards. Morgan Diamond, 3 carries, 13 yards. And then through the air, Thomas, 1 catch, 30 yards. The biggest play from scrimmage right now by either team. Clayton McClard, 2 catches, 7 yards. Marston Edwards, he's got a catch for just 2 yards. On the other side, Mason West is 5 out of 9, 35 yards and no touchdowns. The interception, thankfully for the Mules, did not constitute any points for Cape Central. On the ground, Mikael McFarland, 2 carries, 7 yards. Ben Conclaser, a couple of carries for 7 yards. Mason West, he's got 8 carries for 4 yards. If you remember, John, to begin the ball game, he went backwards 18 yards, but he got those yards back. And then Chris Matlock, 1 carry for 3 yards in the ball game. Logan Height, though, he's got a couple of carries, minus 4 yards so far in the ball game. Through the air, Jaredon Young, 2 catches, 18 yards. Romeo Wantor, he's got a catch for 11 yards. And Torrance Williams, a catch for 5 yards. Darius Graham does have the 1 catch for only 1 yard. But Jaredon Young, my first half, besides the defense, that's been big. You said special teams might be the difference. So far it is. And what I mean by that is Morgan Diamond, he's got 1 punt this football game at 26 yards. Meanwhile, for Poplar Bluff, Jaredon Young, 2 punts, 83 yards on the punts. He is averaging nearly 42 yards a punt. That, to me, has been the biggest difference maker of the first half.
Oh, yeah, a game like this that, let's just be honest, Frankie, is pretty boring. On offense.
Whoa.
On offense.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot of flashiness on either team. Not a whole lot of offense on either team. It's just, run. But something like that where it's evenly matched, very close, points are hard to come by. Special teams like that can really make the difference, and I'll give Jaredon credit. He flips the field with that punt, and that makes the difference, man. It just does. It gives our offense an opportunity to rest a little bit. It gives our defense some opportunity because Cape's pushed back, and it makes it tough on Cape to get all the way down the field. They've had some nice drives, but it's hard for them to sustain that all the way down the field. 80-yard drive is hard for either of these teams to make. So far, we're in a better position at halftime than we have been thus far this season, so we'll call that an improvement. It's an even score. All we got to do is put a nice safety on the board, and we'll win the game.
So here's what I want you to do, because you don't believe me. While we're at halftime, I want to be able to show you what I want to do. So look at that scoreboard, and this is what's going to happen when the Mules score a touchdown. Watch that scoreboard there. Boom. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to do that, but we've got to score a touchdown.
Will it say safety if you do? You got one that says safety? Because we're going to get a safety.
No, but I've got one that says flag. If they get a flag, I guess I can touch that button if I have to. I don't want to do that.
It's going to happen, Frankie.
I'm just saying I could do that. So that would be, as we can see it on YouTube, they're catching up. But I want to be able to do that if the Mules are able to get the touchdown at some point. That'll be the plan anyway. I'm hoping to make that happen. So as you can see on the scoreboard, if you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook, all 3 timeouts have been restored. Cape Central is going to get the football coming up, and it's like I'm trying to find Sean again. I don't know. Oh, I see him. He's with the coach. My bad. I'm sitting here talking and chiming, and he's waiting on me to get to him. So we'll go to Sean Manning, who is standing by with one of our coaches, Coach Billy Pyland. Take it away, Sean.
Thank you, Frankie. Yes, we're here with Coach Pyland. How has your defense really performed so well here in the first half?
A great job. They're doing the right things and offensively, and we got to be more consistent on offense, and it's fixing to be a good game this next half.
It's been a real field possession game so far. Now, Cape is going to start with the ball. What are your plans to kind of help flip the field position? They've had the lead with that so far here in the game.
Play like the defense has been. They've been doing a great job. I'm proud of them. They're working hard. They're playing both sides of the ball. They get a little tired, but we've been relieving them. They're going to be all right. All
right, Coach. Thank you for joining us. Hope you have a great second half.
Go Mules.
I like that, Sean. I was going to say very confident there. We're seeing the Mules walking out. I know you were talking to Coach Pyland real quick. Tell me, what is the mood like with the boys? It seems like their heads are held up high. We're scoreless, and Cape will have the football. I can imagine, Sean, that at least for right now, momentum-wise, maybe favors our Mules.
Yeah, absolutely. After the end of the first half, when Cape made that last-ditch desperation trying to get points with 4 seconds on the board, the Mules were able to stop that. They're going to take that momentum and try to get another stop here at the start of the second half.
All right, John, thank you so much. Great job as usual, and that's a lot of confidence there by Coach Pyland there, John. I like what he had to say there, and I think for the defense, I think this first set coming up here for the Mules will say a lot for the Mules defense second half.
Yeah, we need to set the tone for the second half right away, get a quick probably 4 and out or 3 and out, and get the ball back, and then I feel like we've got the tools. We've had opportunities. We can get a drive together, get some field position, and Frankie, let's get a touchdown.
You know what? I like our chances second half. Our boy David Hadley is joining late tonight. That's why we've not scored. Glad you're alongside David. Now the Mules will come out.
That's the reason.
And we're going to take care of business. All right, we'll take our final minute timeout of the halftime, presented by PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Cape Central will have the football when we come back. No score, live in Poplar Bluff. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job opening.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff. Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of a precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
And we are back here. Before we get to second half action, Cape Central is going to have the football when we come back. And I want to take a moment real quick as we're winding down halftime. Lots of people watching us on Facebook, on YouTube here tonight. You and I had the opportunity, the privilege, to go to a retirement earlier today, and I had the distinct honor of having my dear friend, Chief Danny Whiteley of the Poplar Bluff Police Department, 22 years as the Chief of Police, and he was able to come in this morning on my program, on my talk show, and then we saw him today at the retirement ceremony. To me, I teared up when he went 10:42 for the final time. 22 years as the Chief of Poplar Bluff's Police Department. Whoever gets that position, John, they're going to have some huge shoes to fill. And he's a dear friend to me, and he put my life on the right track, and I'll always be grateful for Chief Danny Whiteley, number 231 for Poplar Bluff.
Yeah, no kidding, Frankie. That was a tough I didn't know they were going to do that, and it's hard enough to watch that when it's some stranger on TikTok. But when it's a guy you've known, they were talking about how long I've known Chief Whiteley for probably 40 years of my 50 years. His son Jason, who was in town today, another class of 90 guy, one of my dearest friends and my oldest friends from junior high-ish, good guy I've known my whole life, been around the chief long before he was chief of police, and just have known the man. He's been a great role model to everyone. He's been a great public servant, funny guy, great sense of humor. I thought he did an excellent job today. With his comments, always classy, never afraid to say what he's thinking, regardless of who's listening. And, to hold down the Chief of Police of Poplar Bluff for 22 years, that's really a testament to him. So, yeah, it's hard. I hate to see him go.
Me too.
Hate to see it over, but a great human being, a great family, good people. Glad to know him. Our community has been much better for him being here. Not to mention a crazy rodeo guy.
Yes, he is.
From way back when rodeo guys were really crazy.
I know Chief is probably not watching right now, but he'll go back and watch this. He is traveling to Ohio tonight. His lovely wife, Gail, and family and company. Thank you again, Chief, for an amazing career. Great Chief. And, of course, we're going to miss you back in Poplar Bluff. All right, back to football. Olivia Sarda says the volleyball team wishes the team a great second half. Talking about Poplar Bluff. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Taco John's. Remember, coming up after this game, it'll be our Taco John's players of the game. One defensive player, one offensive player. Also being brought to you by this guy to my left, the Scott Law Group LLC, Briggs & Stratton, Larry Hillis Dodge, Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, First Choice Insurance, Air Solutions, Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Also being brought to you by Kevin's Auto Repair and First Midwest Bank. All right, John, I'm ready for an exciting second half at Cape Central. They're going to get the football to begin the ball game or the second half, and they might be confused on where they're lining up at.
Well, I like to see confusion for the other team. It's always nice coming out of halftime. So hopefully that will carry over into their offensive strategy.
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
Maybe this is I would never blame anything on the referees, but there's a chance maybe they had them lined up on the wrong side of the field. Kenny Hostler would never have done that.
Kenny Hostler, he had a great week. You know where he was last week?
I don't even want to hear it.
Gulf Shores, Alabama. Are you kidding me?
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Everybody's always doing something.
Oh, everybody's doing something. You know what? The Mules here tonight. We're going to kick things off. And Hunter Clifford is going to kick us off tonight. Number 88. Grandparents very proud of him. So now the Mules are going to go from right to left on your radio dial. Cape Central. Good kick by Hunter Clifford, and go in the end zone. Don't go out of bounds. I'm okay with that. At least it didn't go in the end zone. It didn't go out of bounds, rather. So to do a touchback there, and we are officially underway as Cape Central will have the football. They'll be going left to right. And Jason Hayes said the Cardinals just made a sick double play, whatever that means. I'm assuming that's a good double play.
You'll take it. You know how old I am, Frankie. Olivia Sarda's grandfather was my 8th grade gym teacher.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, and great guy. Olivia, good parents, and she's really a good athlete. Works hard all year round.
By the way, I know Sean is tuning in right now along the track. Sean, do me a favor. We got to pick out a winner, by the way, from our first half trivia. The answer was Kenny Rowland C. If you have a chance to go through some of the comments and maybe pick out a winner, that would be great, since I already gave the answer out earlier tonight by accident. My bad.
You know, Kenny Rowland, great player for the Mules, great collegiate player. But I'm also old enough to remember when Kenny was running around in a onesie over at the Rowlands house. And let me tell you what, Kenny may be calm and reasonable now, but when he was about, 2 or 3, you had to watch your back. I wasn't used to that sort of thing. Dinner at the Rowland house was an interesting thing for someone like me coming from a very small home, small family.
4-yard gain by Thomas, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Another handoff to the first man through. Good job by the Mules defense, not letting him through that time. That's going to be Connor Stevens taking down Mr. Thomas. And they may have lost a yard on that play. They're going to say he got a yard of forward progress. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. Yeah, Jason Hayes, I appreciate the compliments, my friends. We're going to get to 100 tonight on viewers, I guarantee it. We're close. Big 3rd down coming up here for the Tigers. 0 of 4, that's the number to keep in mind right now. They are 0 out of 4 on 3rd down conversions. If you're a Mules fan, you want to make it 0 and 5. They're going to hand it off to Boyd. Boyd is going to fight his way through, and I believe he's got enough for a 1st down. Big running back there for Cape Central. Their first conversion on 3rd down all night, and they pick up 10 yards.
I'll tell you one more Kenny Rowland thing. I like Kenny. He's you can tell about a person, I think, a lot by their children, and he has good kids that have done well and have exceeded and excelled, and they obviously take after their mother, but they've done well, and I'll give Kenny a little bit of credit for that, for not screwing him up. How about that?
Nearly a good fumble there. Good job by the Mules there. Cape Central does fall on it. They're going to lose some yardage though. They're going to lose about 4 yards on the play. Good job by Central, able to get it right back. So a fumble on the play. And it's going to go back to the 31-yard line.
You know, Chief Whiteley was always good to offer polite suggestions about the school every now and then.
Yes, he would.
With a lot of emojis on a text. Usually good, a lot of stars and stripes and that kind of thing.
So 2nd down and 14. They're going to throw it this time. They've got a man there, and it's going to be completed. What a catch by Cape Central. And that is Marston Edwards. A huge 1st down by the Tigers.
That was a phenomenal catch. That guy had 2 guys on him, double coverage, hanging on him. He had focus, and he caught the ball. I was very surprised he caught that. Good play for
that. Was a great play by Cape Central. Biggest play of the night, down to the 41-yard line, or make that 36-yard line, rather. And that is a 33-yard pickup. What a big play by Cape Central. They burned the Mules, and Thomas is not going to get much. The Mules are going to run him back. Chris Matlock, he is a strong individual. I don't want to get in a back alley with that young man.
No, I believe, isn't he the one, Frankie, that does the flip, standing there, does the back
think
flip?
He does.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I remember, I've said it before, I remember Chris when he was little in Sunday school, as a little kid, preschooler at the Methodist Church, and now he's growing up. It's weird. These kids are all getting old, Frankie. But that was a good play, good, strong defense. Now we need a takeaway right here.
8:32 to play, 3rd quarter, still no score. 2nd down and 10 to go on the 36-yard line. Cape Central going left to right. Going to be a handoff to Thomas. Thomas tries to break outside. No thank you, as Darius Graham, the first man through. And he is able to take Thomas down, and he maybe gained about a yard of forward progress. Not going to be a whole lot, though. They will say 35-yard line. By the way, your favorite team, Jackson Indians, right now, they lead Farmington 47-0 at halftime.
Wow, that's a tough. This side of the field's tough to run. Cape's having a hard time. We've got Christopher Matlock. We've got Darius over on this side. It's pretty much an impenetrable wall of quickness over there to stop the run.
So 3rd down and 9 coming up now for the Tigers of Cape Central. They are 1 of 5 on 3rd down conversions right now, 25%, or 20% rather. I went to school at Poplar Bluff. I should know my math better.
That's some of that old math. You need the new math.
There's a quick pitch outside to McClard, and McClard is not going to have a first down. Good job by the Mules. Man, the defense here stepping up in a big way. Logan Davis, number 28. And they're going to get inside the 20, or make that down inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. Only a gain of a couple of yards, and that's going to bring up another fourth down for Cape Central. This could be the play of the quarter right now for Poplar Bluff.
We got to be careful because I think they're going to go to the air right here.
They got Thomas lined out in the backfield. That could be a decoy, though. Here we go. Fourth down. Mules defense. They're going to go to the air. They're going to throw it out to Thomas. Thomas is going to break free, and he is going to possibly score, and he's going to march it into the end zone. Height missed the tackle, and that's going to get a touchdown. As I told you, Thomas was in the backfield for the decoy, and he is going to sprint to the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for Cape Central. And now it is 6-0 with 6:40 to go here in the third quarter of play. Cape Central with a 6-0 lead right now.
Just how you draw it up, and it worked perfectly for them.
It did.
I'll give them that.
I had to push that Corky button there. It's 6-0.
Put a frowny face on there.
I know it. Here's the extra point attempt. It is on the way, and this time it is good by Mackins. So Cape Central right now, they lead this ball game 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
All right, so just like that, Cape Central, they march it all the way down the field that time, John, and they take it in for the score. You gave me that snug look because I had to hit the touchdown button for Cape Central, and now the Mules have got to come out here on offense, and they're going to have to come out here and get things done. There's the student section trying to get the fans. David Durbin, that kid. David Durbin, I hope Tim's getting that on camera. This guy, he sprints all the way from the dugout all the way to center field and back before every ball game.
Well, you know, they were doing academic letters one night, a year, maybe last year, whenever, and I think his friends all chipped in a little money for him to fall down on his way up to get the certificate, which he very gracefully accomplished. One time he had to run up there really fast. The other time he had to fall down. He did it. I'll give him credit. Good
all
kid.
Right, so the ball fell off the tee there. We're going to do it again. Mackins, after the extra point, will kick it away. Mules standing back deep on the 5-yard line. Big kick by Mackins. It'll be taken by the Mules at the 5-yard line. Mules trying to get some running room. They've got a man down the sideline. And they're going to be run into right at the 47-yard line. What a return by the Mules and Christopher Matlock.
Boy, he looked good on that one. He took a hit at the end, but he looked really good.
And the important thing on that play was he was able to hold on to the football.
Yes.
And he gets it all the way back inside of Cape territory to the 47-yard line. That is a return of 48 yards. And if you're the Mules here, John, this is the time for the Mules offense to come alive right here in this half.
No reason to hold anything back right here. You gotta step up. Somebody needs to step up and take control of this offense.
So right I can see the Mules here. They are the Mules cheering section is now standing up. They're getting ready. Poplar Bluff now going to get their first set of plays. Jaredon Young, quick pitch out to him. He's got a first down, and he'll be shoved out of bounds by Cape Central. Good job by Jaredon Young. That'll be another Mules first down. And that touchdown scored by Cape Central may have awoken. We got a flag on the play. I just saw it late. It's going to be against the Mules. Going to be a holding call against Poplar Bluff.
Well, we don't like that. But I did like our quarterback, Mason West. That pass was a much more crisper, whichever it is, pass that time. I hate for it to have to come back, but it was a nice pass. It was quick. It got there, and Jared had a nice run. It's unfortunate to bring it back, but hey, let's do it again. Keep going.
So, penalty there by the Mules, and it'll be the holding call. They're only going to back them up 5 yards, though. That's some good news. And now the Mules are going to walk up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 1st and 15 now. And we'll see what the Mules can do with it here. Going to be, I think that was a blown play by the Mules. It was going to be a handoff, and West instead will take it, and he's going to get across midfield, and he'll get back to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe a couple of yards more than that. That was a busted play from the get-go. Logan Height, a little miscommunication there, and West is able to get it inside the 45 to about the 43. Good run by Mason West.
Yeah, he's quicker. He's getting quicker, getting a little more assertive.
That is a gain of 9 yards, so a good job. And on the second play there from scrimmage, not nearly as much of a gain at that time by the Mules, and that was Logan Height that time. Height is going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So now it's going to bring up a 3rd down coming up here. Now it's a 3rd down and 6. Big 3rd down coming up. They throw it over to Jared Young, and he's going to be close to a 1st down. He might be just maybe, what do you think, maybe a half a yard short, maybe?
A little short, go for it.
You have to go for it here, in my opinion, on 4th down. It'll be 4th and very short. We'll see. They may want to measure this. And that might be what they're talking about. So they're going to measure it. So let's see what we're going to do. I believe they're going to measure it anyway. We'll see what they're talking about it. If they are going to come out and measure, they're talking about something, Sean. If it's not 1st down, Sean, do we go for it here?
I think you have to in this situation. Poplar Bluff is just giving up that touchdown. They're going to want to get that momentum back. So even if it's just a quarterback jump over the offensive line, they'll have to do what they take.
He got it.
Or they'll just get the 1st down anyway.
Yeah, we'll get the 1st down anyway, Sean. You're good luck down there. Stand by. We'll come back to you. So there you go. So we don't have to worry about going for it this time, John, because the Mules, they get a 1st down with that big pass by Mason West right into Jared Young.
Absolutely. Now we need to keep this momentum going, get a score, wake this offense up.
So inside to the 38-yard line now, 37 rather. And they're going to take off with it, and the Mules are going to be tackled from behind the line of scrimmage, and another blown play there by the Mules, and they'll lose a couple of yards on that run play, about 3 yards. Logan Height back to the 40.
You know, it's tough to always be 2nd and 13, 2nd and 12, 2nd and 15. A little bit tough, but hey, we're still in there.
Still in the ball game here. 5:10 to play in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 Cape Central. And we've got a flag, and I believe it's going to be against the Tigers, it looks like. Yes, it is.
They've done a good job of anticipating, but you can only do that so many times. Eventually, your luck's going to run out.
Well, my luck, I hope, is not running out because we're going to do trivia coming up in just a moment. What I don't want to do by accident is hit the wrong button this time.
You're supposed to just show me the answer.
I'm not supposed to show you anything. But you did get the answer, though. The Mules.
I knew that one. I knew that one.
Mule student section coming alive here tonight. There's another run play by Logan Height. He is inside at the 35 to about the 34. Good run.
And when you think about that, Frankie, 4 fumbles recovered by 1 player in a game. That is an impressive stat.
It is. So they're going to mark him down. 3rd down coming up now. And let's see where they mark him down. I believe it's going to be the 34-yard line by Logan Height. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 to go. David Hadley says, we got him on that last play for a hard count. Big 3rd down coming up here. Going to go out to, oh my goodness, and Jared Young took a shot the moment the ball hit him in between the numbers. He is able to stay upright, thankfully, but it will be incomplete, and this one is a big, big play coming up now for the Mules. First time we have been this far down in Cape's territory all night, so we need the Mules offense here to step up. I would love to see a big pass go right to Darius Graham or maybe Torrance Williams along the outside.
Yeah, that would for Romeo would be nice. Any of those. It's that pass, not quite as much as it, but Cape was ready for it. That's worked a few times, and they were waiting for that one.
They were ready indeed. So here we go, Mules fans. If you're watching us on social media and the radio, I know who else is tuning in tonight on W Highway. Grandma Jackie.
Oh, my girl.
So now Mason West. He is back to throw. He's got a man. And who got it this time? Romeo Wantor, baby.
My man, Romeo.
And that's going to be a Mules first down. Keeps the drive alive, and that's what we need. By the way, did you know that if we do not score tonight, I said I was going to blame Grandma Jackie. She got mad at me for saying that, John.
Maybe I'll shave my head, Frankie. What do you think?
Oh, you're going to shave your head. Oh, my goodness.
It won't take long.
That's a big statement.
Yeah, you got some tweezers.
That's a 9-yard pickup on that last play. Mason West going to drive it inside up the middle, and he's not going to get much. He maybe will get about a yard, maybe 2 yards from the line of scrimmage.
A little bit hobbled.
Yep, he's walking, coming up a little bit gingerly that time, and they're going to mark him down, it looks like, at the 23-yard line. So we'll say second down and about 8 to go. Mules trail by a touchdown here. West gets it outside to Torrance Williams, still on his feet.
Yes.
He's inside the red zone. Mules, their third trip of this season in the red zone. You love to see that by number 81, Torrance Williams, getting along the outside, and he drags a few defenders, picking up 5 more yards on that short catch.
Yeah, well,
it's 3rd and 3 now coming up for the Mules.
I've been saying, Frankie, that he's a key to this team, and he's getting a little taste of running over people. I think he's going to like it.
I think he will, too. 3rd down coming up here. Big 3rd down, Mason West. Hard snap count. Look who's in the backfield. Ben Conclazier. Cape Central didn't study him much, I guarantee it. High snap. They're going to hand it off to, he fumbled it.
Shoot.
I believe the ball came out, but the Mules, I think, recovered it.
Yay.
Boy, the Mules, woo, that was close. They're going to say he is at the maybe 17-yard line, so he maybe gained a yard of forward progress. Big 4th down coming up here. Big 4th down once again. You don't want to lose it here. It's 4th down and about 2 to go, a long 2. Play clock is down to 19. Plenty of time to run a play. Under 3 minutes here, 2:55 in the quarter. Going to hand it off again to him, and Cape Central was absolutely ready for that one. Turnover on downs, and Mason West and the Mules are going to come off the football field as Ben Conclazier is going to get knocked back to the 19-yard line. A 2-yard loss. 2:50 left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Not sure about that, Frankie. That's just long 2, just hand off right up the middle where we've not done well most of the season.
Well, they're going to say he actually went down to the 20-yard line, so a loss of 3 yards on the play. And we'll keep it here with 2:50 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Let's do some more trivia. We've got over 100 people watching on Facebook tonight. Let's see about YouTube. A big audience, over 70 watching us on YouTube. So here we go. I won't hit the screen, I promise.
No, I don't need it, Frankie. I've been taking my ginkgo biloba. I'm ready to go.
Here we go. Up for grabs is going to be a his and her Yeti tumbler.
Oh.
I've got the pink one for you.
Right on.
All right. Who was the last Mules wide receiver to receive all-state honors? Was it Tony Webb, Brent Little, Nick Brummett, or Andrew Heiser?
Wow.
Do you know it?
I don't feel as confident about this one.
There you go.
All some good receivers, right? But
A, B, C, or D,
All
and there
state.
you go. Those Yeti coolers, or those Yeti tumblers, rather. That's what's up for grabs. So hit me up on Facebook right now. And the winner, will select one coming up here a little bit later on. Cape Central, they will have the football. 2:50 to go in the 3rd quarter, up by a touchdown. They've got a man in motion. They give it to the big man. That is Keyshawn Boyd, and Boyd is going to get it out to about the 23-yard line. Good stop by Logan Davis by the Mules. Boy, Keyshawn Boyd, he has been really one of the true running backs for this team to go along with Zarian Thomas. Those two guys have been a killer for the Mules pretty much all ball game.
Yeah, Thomas is capable on any play. Just bust one. That's what he did last time. And we've done a good job, but a guy like that, eventually, if he gets enough opportunity, he's going to get you once or twice.
So Cape Central going to take their time. Coming up on 2:10 to play here in the third quarter. Oh, good job by the Mules as Morgan Diamond just falls. Connor Stevens, my boy,
Connor's
making a big
good
sack.
game.
Yes, he has.
Good defensive. He's been in the backfield most of the night.
Good job that time by Morgan, or I should say by the Mules, inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. That's a loss of 10 yards on that play. Connor Stevens making a big tackle, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 17 coming up for the Cape Central Tigers. 1 of 6 on 3rd down conversions, just 17% here in the ball game. They've got Boyd lining up in the backfield. They're going to throw it here, or they're going to take off with it. Diamond's going to take off. He's make the Mules miss. Good job by Ben Conklaser. He is in on the stop. Who was the other Mules? It's going to be Logan Height. Boy, we have said his name a lot here tonight. Morgan Diamond is going to get it back up to the 21, so he gained about 8 yards on that play. That deserves a lot of booms on Facebook. Punting formation coming out here for the Tigers of Cape Central. Mules back to return. Chris Matlock.
I see Chris bust one this time. He almost got one last time.
So Pittman is going to come out to punt the football away, and Pittman, it's a good punt. It does take a Mules bounce, though, inside the 45, and you know what? We'll take it.
Yeah.
So the Mules will have the football now with under 2 minutes to go. Actually, under a minute to go here in the third quarter.
It's a quick third quarter.
Yes, it was. So Declan does a great job for Cape Central to at least get it out of their own territory, but the Mules will have it inside of Cape territory on the 45-yard line, only a 24-yard kick. And if you're Poplar Bluff right now, John, this is the time you got to come out here with 39 seconds left in the third quarter and figure out a way to score.
Yeah, we're waking up. We're getting going. We're figuring it out. A few plays here and there. We got to put them together. Don't start off 2nd and 14 every time.
Mules still have all 3 timeouts. I believe the Mules maybe. Did you say
1st and 15?
Did you say you're watching? Oh, our good friend, you'll love this. Oh, wow, even sent me a picture. Our Chamber of Commerce president, Steve Halter, he is tuning in from the Current River. He says, love watching Mules football. Good feed tonight.
Yeah, Steve, out enjoying Mother Nature. My guy. He ought to be up here. I don't understand what he's doing. He clearly doesn't support the Mules.
Oh, he supports the Mules. 50-yard line. 1st and 15 now, 39 seconds. We've got 50 yards to go on this drive. Mason West, it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. I thought for a moment the Mules were going to hand it off to Mikhail McFarland. Not the case. So now as we continue now, Poplar Bluff with the football. Our trivia question, who was the last Mules wide receiver to receive all-state honors? Tony Webb, Brent Little, Nick Brummett, or Andrew Heiser? We'll pick a winner tonight. Make sure and share this video feed for us. Winners tonight will receive those 30-ounce tumblers, 2 Yeti ones, his and hers, a blue and pink one. This one was it's intercepted at the line of scrimmage. It's TJ Mackins is going to be shoved out of bounds, and that is the 2nd turnover by the Mules in this football game.
What, number 7, Mackins? The previous play, he's the one was right there and batted it, knocked it, whatever. He was right in the same place twice, right on the quarterback, up in the air, and it worked for him both times.
So that's going to get down to the 26-yard line, a 24-yard as he batted it down at the line of scrimmage, and he was able to come away with it. A 2nd turnover of the night.
Very athletic
and this
play.
one could turn out to be costly for the Mules.
It could, but I have faith, Frankie. Our defense is going to step up.
So here we go. They've got to step up right now. We're coming to the end of the third quarter. There's the option outside to Thomas. Mules miss a tackle. Thomas is still upright. He is taken out of bounds by Rogers, number 42, flushed outside. And air now, or Thomas rather. We got a Mules player down. Hopefully that is just cramps. They're going to mark him down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That is a 7-yard pickup. And we've got a Mules player down. It looks like it's cramps. Coach Dave Sievers, he is running all the way over. And even what I like about this is even the Cape training staff is over there to check on the injured Mules players. It looks like Darius Graham, number 2. That's who it looks like. So what we'll do, let's step away for a quick 30-second timeout. It is an injury timeout. We'll come right back. Mules trail 7-0 with 15 seconds left to go in the third. You're listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Do you feel that rush of adrenaline? That's the feeling of over 100 years of Poplar Bluff football excellence. Let's make some history.
And touchdown! So the injury there, as Darius Graham, it looks like it was just possibly some cramps. The good news is, as Coach Sievers is walking off also, John, he is walking off on his own power, and I'm hopeful that it was only cramps.
Yeah, I think that's it, Frankie. And, you know, some of these kids are playing both sides of the ball the whole game and really going hard. Darius has had a good game tonight. He plays well every week. Great kid, great athlete. So it's good to see him walking off by his own power. I think he's just had a cramp.
Sean, is that what you're seeing down there on the track? Possibly just cramps, you think?
Yeah, I believe so. Poplar Bluff also has another player down with what looks like cramping, so the athletic director's department is really working here on the sideline.
All right, so we see the handoff there by McClard, and he's going to go nowhere. Sean, before you get off of here, do you know the number on the player possibly injured also for the Mules?
I believe it's number 81.
Number 81, Torrance Williams. That could be big, so we'll watch that. Thank you so much, Sean, as McClard is going to be taken in the backfield that time. So that's one that we're going to have to watch as McClard, after this quarter comes to an end, he loses a couple of yards, about 6 to be exact. All right, at the end of 3 quarters, it is a 7-0 ball game. Mules trail. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
Scott Law Firm is experienced in estate planning and the preparation of documents like wills and trusts. Let the Scott Law Firm help you protect your family and pass along your estate according to your terms. Call Scott Law Firm today at 785-4688. Southeast Signs and Graphics of Poplar Bluff can handle all of your printing needs, from t-shirts, wall displays, banners, and so much more. Call their team at 573-772-5566 or get to southeastsignsandgraphics.com.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
All right, so we are at the end of 3 quarters now. We are beginning the 4th quarter here, John. The Mules have got to figure out a way. Their defense just made a big stop on Clayton McClard, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 to go. So let's see what the Mules can do with it here. They switch sides, and Poplar Bluff now is going to go from right to left, or make that left to right, rather. I told you I went to Bluff, didn't I?
Right,
I can't get my direction, my math, or my directions
everything
right
is
tonight.
Backwards now, Frankie. Right is up and down is left.
Gotcha. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of Cape folks tuning in tonight on YouTube. We appreciate that. Make sure and subscribe to our channel. So now Cape Central. Going to be a handoff to Thomas. Thomas busts through one tackle, and he's going to get, the ball. He's still going somehow. I thought he was down, and he's going to march it in and score the touchdown. The coaching staff, they look confused, and they're going to give the touchdown to Cape Central. And now it is 13-0 Cape Central.
It seemed like they had him down, but man, it's a bad angle from here.
It really is. So Zariar Thomas is going to walk it in for the touchdown. 11:51 here to go in the fourth quarter. It's 13-0.
Comeback starts now, Frankie.
So now TJ Mackins comes up for the extra point attempt. The Mules jumped off. Here is the kick. It is on the way, and it is good. And now it is a 14-0 lead right now following the extra point.
I don't want anybody to think I'm enjoying another team scoring, but I do like to see an extra point kicked in high school. I think it's good when the kids can do that. There's no reason why we can't have a kicker and kick that extra point most of the time. It's nice to go for two when you need to, but I like to see it kick.
I had that touchdown button held a little bit too long there. My bad.
We're going to have to unplug that.
We're going to have to unplug that bad boy. But nevertheless, that's where we are right now. Mules still have 3 timeouts. Cape Central, they've got 3 timeouts. Remember our trivia tonight. We're going to give away those 2 30-ounce tumblers by Yeti, courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. Who was the last Mules wide receiver to receive all-state honors? Honors, that is, Tony Webb, Brent Little, Nick Brummett, or Andrew Heiser. Make sure and share the video feed for us. Big audience here tonight on Facebook, on YouTube. Man, we're having a great night. 28 shares so far tonight. I want to get to 40 shares here tonight. What do you think?
I think we can do it.
Want to give a big shout out to our good friends out at Bushwoods and Poplar Bluff. Their big grand opening coming up tomorrow. They are streaming the game tonight live at their facility. And it's a place for kids, but a better place for adults.
Yeah, no, nice. Good stuff. Good food up there, those guys. Derek and Ted. It's a nice thing for the community. They put a lot of work into it, getting it up and going smooth. Should be a good day tomorrow with the big grand opening.
Let it go out of bounds, boys. Yes, it does. It just goes out of bounds at the 3-yard line on the kickoff. So, just like that, the Mules now are going to have it 1st and 10. They'll accept the penalty, obviously. And it'll be 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. Tony Stoner is tuning in tonight. Also, Tanya is tuning in as well. Well, my good buddy Eric Wallace, who is tuning in from Washington, not liking what he's seeing tonight so far. Still lots of time to turn it around. Mules football presented by First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair. Also being brought to you by PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Russians Towing and Air Solutions. We'll have our player of the games coming up tonight, presented by Taco John's in Poplar Bluff. It is 14-0 Cape Central. There's they're going to put Jay Edmondson in. There's an interception on the first throw, and it's going to go inside the 5-yard line. The ball comes loose. But they're going to say, yep, there's a flag down.
I think it's going to be a face mask.
Against Poplar Bluff, it looks like.
I don't know what else it could be from where he threw it.
We'll see what it is. We're going to get together and talk about it here. It's going to be against Cape Central.
What in the world?
I don't know. It's. I'm assuming it's after the interception, it looks like.
I don't know what it blocking the. I don't know. I couldn't tell what he called.
Well, we're going to go down to Sean Manning.
We got an expert man on the field.
We got a man down there. Tell us, Sean, what you saw down there.
It was unsportsmanlike conduct for a sideline warning on the Cape Central bench.
So it's still going to be Cape Central football for sure.
Yes, they will have the ball 1st and 10 from the 19.
1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. So there is the interception as Jay Edmondson is going to get the third turnover of the night for Poplar Bluff. And now Cape Central will have it 1st and 10. Boyd is going to bounce outside. There's a flag that's going to come in. By the way, Raymond Jackson was the one that made the interception for Cape Central. 11:37 here in the ball game, and a flag. Going to be a holding call against Cape Central, so we're going to back them up a little bit. And boy, that really hurts the Mules. 1st and 20 on the 20-yard line. I make that 29-yard line. And boy, if you're the Mules on defense right now, the morale has got to be getting to you. You've done all you can, limiting to Cape Central, limiting to them only 2 scores. And we have still yet to score a touchdown or anything in this ball game.
Well, they can't be expected to just play defense the entire game, for sure. It's tough. It really is. My keys to the game, Frankie, 0 for 3 so far. Well, special teams okay.
So now Boyd again. He gets the ball, but he slips. And, boy, the Mules are all over him. And that's what the Mules have got to do. Boyd unable to get much. He slipped, and the Mules made him pay for it. Connor Stevens, we've said that name all night tonight. And he is doing a phenomenal job as Boyd is going to – it's going to be 2nd down and forever. He is all the way back to the 33-yard line. So for Cape Central, it'll be 2nd down and about 24 to go.
Plenty of time, Frankie. Plenty of time.
Mules have got to get a big stop here for sure. Under 11 minutes now to play here in the 4th quarter. They're going to hand it off to Boyd again. The Mules tripping him up. Ben Kalklaser. Big stop again, and man, the momentum, even though the Mules turned it over, so far it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Do you go for it on 4th down in this situation? It's going to be 4th down possibly and forever. What do you think?
I'd punt it.
You're thinking about it.
I would punt it, but, you know, what they got, they probably aren't going to pick it up, but 14-point lead, I would punt it, try to get it down, pin us back.
All right, we're going to see 3rd down and 28 now. Let's share this video feed for us on social media. Let's get to 40 shares tonight. What do you say? Big audience here tonight. I know we're down by 2 scores. We've got 30 shares so far. That's a great number. Let's get 10 more. What do you say? Let's get a turnover right here. Morgan Diamond flushed outside the pocket, and he is going to be taken down. Guess who, John?
Who, Frankie?
Connor Stevens down there making a big stop.
My guy.
That's what we need. Big sack again by Connor Stevens.
He's been in the backfield most of the night.
Yes, Absolutely. He has, and they're going to mark him back at the 40-yard line, a 3-yard loss. Connor Stevens. And 4th down and 31, and you know what? They're going to go ahead and punt the football away. I don't blame them on this situation.
Defense
back to
really
return
stepped up.
is Chris Matlock. He is back at his own 5-yard line, so we'll see what happens here on the punt.
I see Chris break one loose right here.
It wouldn't hurt my feelings. Diamond, good kick. This one is going to be taken inside the 20-yard line to about the 18. Mules don't have to touch it. There you go. It's down at the 18-yard line.
About the 14, wasn't it, Frank? 14.
Is it 14?
There's one more, 5.
Yeah, you're right. I was close. You know, I told
18,
you.
14, you got a Poplar Bluff.
I was trying to give us some more yards.
That's that old math, Frank. You need to start studying.
And actually, you're wrong. It's 13-yard line.
13.
See, there, you were wrong.
I can't say that number. It's bad luck.
A 27-yard punt. So now the Mules are in. They've got to go down the length of the football field. 8:57 to go here in the 4th quarter, rather. And Cape Central, they lead by 2 touchdowns. And Sean, if you're down there, have you saw anything from Torrance Williams? How's he doing down there?
They've got him up off the ground, so I'm not sure if he's going to be coming back in. I haven't talked with anyone yet, but I think it's hopeful for him to get back in.
All right, thank you so much, Sean. So now Jay Edmondson back out there. He's going to hold the football this time, breaks 1 tackle, and they could get him for a horse collar possibly, but they're not going to get him. Good job by the Cape Central defense there, letting him go. Jay Edmondson getting a little bit of time at QB right now, and Edmondson not going to go far on that last pickup there. And he's not going to go anywhere, as a matter of fact. They're going to say 2nd down and 10 for the Mules. The clock continues to run. Jay Edmondson now, he's flushed outside the pocket, looking to go downfield. He's got a man there that time. And he'll get out to about the 19-yard line or so. We got a Mules player down.
You know, a lot of the cramping, I don't remember it being like that the last few years. Not sure what that is. If it's hot. It's not that hot tonight.
It's going to be an official timeout. Sean, if you're down there, I can't get a number on that receiver. What did you see down there?
That is 81, Torrance Williams.
Torrance Williams.
Again.
All right, so Torrance Williams had just came back in, and he's back down again.
It does look like he's getting up on his own power, is able to walk around. So I think he's going to be all right.
All right, so a 6-yard gain that time by the Mules, and Poplar Bluff's going to have it. They're going to mark him down at the 19-yard line. Mules here with the football. And you know what? I just checked the scoreboard there. My apologies. I still had Cape Central with the football. My apologies. It's switched over to Poplar Bluff now.
Okay, I will accept your apology.
Okay. I did get it changed pretty quick, so the next time you see it, there is our trivia question. Make sure and give us your answer. We're going to pick a winner coming up before the end of this football game. And this time I'm proud that I did not give away the answer. Do you have any idea on who it is, John?
Oh, I've got ideas, Frankie. Like I say, I'm an idea man.
You're an idea man. All right. I'm not saying it's the right answer, though.
No, I know well, I got a 1 in 4 chance for sure. I think I've got a decent idea.
It is 3rd down and 4 coming up tonight. The Mules are 1 for 7 on 3rd down. They go over the middle to Jared Young, and he's got a 1st down. We're keeping the drive alive. Great job by Jay Edmondson. He gets it to Jared Young over the middle that time, and the Mules will have it now just over the 25-yard line to about the 27. That's a pickup of 8 yards, and more importantly, a Mules 1st down, 4 out of 10 on 3rd down conversions. It was batted down at the line of scrimmage, and we've got a Cape Central player down as well. And I didn't see what happened to him, but he went down the moment.
I think he got hit in a sensitive area, maybe. Hopefully that's all it is. Either that or a finger, maybe. Hand.
Don't know. I'm trying to get the actual.
He seems to be in pain.
And it looks like, from what I can see up here, it's Cortez Hopkins. Is that what you're seeing, Sean?
Looks like number 66 from my angle. He is holding his elbow.
I was way off.
No, that's not good.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a 66 on the roster, so I'm not sure which player that is.
Might be well, I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell from my angle the way he's laying.
Gotcha.
So I'm not sure about that.
I want to make sure I just go on. You know, we don't want anybody to
29.
get hurt. 29. Okay, so the actual number is going to be 28. Cortez Hopkins. That's who I said before, and yep, he is holding the elbow. Thank you, Sean. Stay down there. We'll get to you in just a few moments. We don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't care what team you're on.
At all. No, for sure. I feel like he's going to be okay. I think he may got a sting or something like that. He seems to be, I mean, obviously had some pain. Hopefully he just got one of those weird pinched nerve deals, funny bone deals that really hurts and feels weird, but hopefully he'll bounce back from that.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go now as the Mules now reset everything. The Mules have all 3 timeouts. Us as Cape Central, 7:50 to go here in the ball game. And the Mules right now, we've got to get in business. Cards lose their game. Thank you, Ron, for the update. 8-2. Jay Edmondson, he's going to go downfield. He's got Jaredin.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Flag,
There's the flag.
Right.
They were all over him. Give me a 15-yarder and an automatic 1st down. McLeod is going to be the guilty man on the pass interference.
He was all over him that time.
Great job. What a pass by Jay Edmondson. Mules are going down to the spot of the foul. That's not what's going to happen in high school ball. It's a 15-yarder. I like the idea by the Mules.
I've been watching
but that's not what's going to happen here. I got to tell you, I like the idea, but it's going to be a 15-yarder with a 1st down. And Poplar Bluff now is going to have it 1st and 10. Should be on the 42, 43-yard line. Boy, people like to see that on social media. That was a good pass by Jay Edmondson. I think he shocked everybody. Oh, the ball came loose again. It's a fumble, but I think Jay Edmondson. Oh, wait a minute. Cape Central may have recovered it. Nope, they're going to say the Mules fell on it. Jay Edmondson, boy, we got lucky on that one.
We were very fortunate just to bobbled handoff, and ball got loose. A little miscommunication, perhaps.
So it's going to go down to the 39-yard line. I'll tell you one thing, if the Mules can come away with a score here pretty quick, it'll be the first score of the ball game for the Mules. Second down, 13, by the way. Still in this ball game. We're down by 2 touchdowns, 14-0. Edmondson now. Got to get rid of it, son. Is going to be taken down by multiple defenders. T.J. Mackins is going to be the first man through all the way down to the 35-yard line. And that'll be a sack as Edmondson was unable to get rid of it. A loss of 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a big third down for the Mules. Now it's 3rd down and 17.
Air it out. Go deep. That's what I say.
A lot of folks watching us on YouTube here tonight. Make sure and hit that subscribe button. By the way, we'll tell you something here after this play. Jay Edmondson's back to pass, and he's going to be tripped up. And once again, Poplar Bluff Mackins is able to get to Edmondson again, and he's unable to get anything going. That's back-to-back sacks.
Well, he doesn't have any time. I don't know. The defensive line is just getting back in the backfield immediately. 2-3 guys on him.
So now the ball's going to be spotted at the 25-yard line. That's a loss of 10 yards. Nope, they're going to back it up to the 28, it looks like, instead. And that'll be a 7-yard loss. T.J. Mackins for Cape Central, man, he has had a great ball game. It's 4th down, and they're going to bring in, looks like Jared and Young to punt the football away. He is averaging 42 yards on the punt here tonight, and he'll punt it away with under 6 minutes here. 5:45. That's a booming kick downfield.
Look at that kid.
And there's nobody back for Cape Central. Chris Matlock. Ball's going to be rolling down to right at the 20-yard line. My goodness, what a kick by Jared and Young.
He's our player, man. I like Jared.
That is a 52-yard kick by Jared and Young with 5:32 left to play here in the ball game.
Wow.
That was a good kick.
52.
That was a good kick.
He's averaging
by Jared
like 45 yards tonight, isn't he?
He is averaging.
That's complicated math, but
it is. I took some points away there by Cape. I got it fixed. I hit the wrong button. My apologies. It's 14-0 if you're watching us on social media. That 14 will come back pretty quick. By the way, I was going to tell you real quick before we run this next play, KWOC, our Facebook page, just surpassed 20,000 Facebook likes. We appreciate everybody liking us on Facebook, following us. We couldn't do it without you, no doubt. There's an option outside to Thomas again. Oh, he makes the Mules miss. Mikael McFarland misses.
Uh-oh.
He's got a man to beat, and he is going to be drugged outside. No flag. Good job by the Mules, and that's number 44 on the tackle, Ian Pierce.
Oh, Ian saved the touchdown right there.
Boy, Thomas made everybody miss, and that's a huge run by Zariar Thomas, and he's going to have it at the 43, or make that 42-yard line of the Mules. Biggest run of the game, 38 yards by the Cape Central Tigers.
I'm not sure how Ian Pierce's arm didn't come off on that play.
Boy,
he got a hold of him, and it was a struggle. But he stopped the guy, and he was gone if he was our last line of defense right there.
Yes, it was. Second, or make that 1st and 10 now, as Poplar Bluff going to hand it, I should say Cape Central hands it off to Boyd, and Connor Stevens, Logan Height takes him down at the 39-yard line, a gain of 3 yards. And for the Mules, they are quickly, and this game, defensively, you can't say nothing good. You can't say anything but good things about the Mules defense. They've had a phenomenal game, only allowing 14 points.
Oh, and they've been on the field the whole night. I mean, these guys are playing their hearts out. I'll give them credit for that. Defense played well all year, but tonight they played very well against a good Cape team.
We're going to give our trivia winner in just a moment. We'll tell you the question in just a second. 2nd down and 7 as Thomas and Boyd, the 1-2 combination. And here we go. There's a handoff again to Thomas. Thomas is not going to get much, and they're just going to run the clock down as much as they can. Poplar Bluff trying to get their first win of the season, but they've got a long road ahead of them here. Coming up on the 4-minute mark right now.
Frankie, you got your Halloween decorations up yet?
I do. I've got a few of them up. I lost the battle there.
Wise man.
I didn't find it. The wife told me that we're going to put them up, and I just said, "Thank you, may I have another?"
That's right. Where you want it? That's
where do I want it? Is what I told her.
Yeah.
So I should say under 4 minutes now to play here in the ball game. Mules down 14-0. We'll read our trivia question coming up in just a moment. We'll give you one more opportunity to put your answer in, and we're going to pick someone to win these tumblers. Good job by the Mules again on 3rd down and 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down as the quarterback keeps it, and he's going to get to about the 38. Don't be looking at the answer, John. I see what you're doing over there.
Answer. I'm just watching the well, it's not a replay, it's a delay. I was wanting to see the play.
So here's what I want to know. Last time, who was the last Mules wide receiver to receive All-State honors? Was it Tony Webb, Brent Little, Nick Brummett, or Andrew Heiser? If you know the right answer, post this on social media for me right now, and we'll pick a winner coming up in just a moment. Under 3 minutes, someone's going to pick his and her, or take home his and her Yeti tumblers. 30 ounces there. And we're going to get a whistle here and a timeout called by Cape Central. It is a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. It's all being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge. Also coming up after this game, we will have our Taco John's players of the game as well. Make sure, if you don't mind, and share the video feed for us. We would greatly appreciate that. And Sean Mannon, I think he's somewhere down on the sidelines there. So, Sean, about 2:40 to go here in the ball game. And for the Mules, time is running out, my friend, for them.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, this has just been an excellent game plan on the Cape Dorado sideline. They came into intending to just wear down the Mules' defense, and they've absolutely done that throughout the entire game, eating up a ton of clock. Mules need a big stop here, preferably a turnover to get this end of the game going, maybe get a comeback going.
All right, so just like that here. Appreciate that, Sean. Done a great job here tonight for me. All right, so 2:40 to go as Cape Central takes the timeout. Mules, by the way, they've got all 3 timeouts remaining here in the second half for them.
I got to give a shout-out, Frankie. Anybody wants to come watch something really fun, come up to Acadia Valley tomorrow morning and watch the cross-country team suffer. Those kids all suffer.
They all suffer.
Great.
So here we go, 4th down. Morgan Diamond gets it out to Thomas, and he's not going to have the first down. Mules were going to have it here as we change possession. And by the way, the Mules have 2 timeouts, not 3. So Mules will have it back, but they've got a long way to go with only 2:32 left to play in this ball game. Ron Withrow says we've got to get points. He's absolutely correct. And it'll be a 3-yard pickup there, and so 2:32 left to go. All right, so here we go. Here is the answer to our trivia. Hang on, Tim, before you put that graphic up. Do you have any guesses, John? Do you think it was Tony Webb, Brent Little, Nick Brummett, or Andrew Heiser?
That's a great group of people, and I'm going to say I think Tony Webb was 2-sport All-Stater, but I think Nick Brummett was the most recent one. Nope.
No. You were correct on your first answer. Tony Webb in 2002.
I knew it. I knew the answer. I was
So now Jay Edmondson gets it to Torrance Williams. We'll pick a winner on that in just a moment as Torrance Williams from Jay Edmondson is going to get a couple of yards. He is going to get, he's going to get to the 39, so we're going to give him about 4 yards on the pass. Mules have it now. Brian Evans says, let's get something going for the Mules. Mules trying to figure out a way to do something, still on his feet. Mules taking it inside. Jay Edmondson there. He'll take it down to about the 45 of Cape Central.
Nice run. Good second effort. Kept his feet going.
It really was. It is a Bluff first down. It'll be all the way down a 16-yard pickup. Make that 17-yard pickup. And now Poplar Bluff, tick, 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 tick. 1:48 to play in the ball game. Still 14-0. Jay Edmondson going to go downfield. He's got a man open, and the Mules will score a touchdown.
There we go. We'll take that. There's our second touchdown of the season right there.
Romeo Walter with a huge touchdown for the Mules.
Well,
and it
wide
is
open.
wide open. Romeo Walter, his first catch, touchdown, or I should say receiving touchdown all season with a minute 41 to go. Second touchdown of the year for the Mules. Jay Edmondson, he is back. He'll be the holder for the Mules. We've got our soccer kicker out there tonight. Boy, the Mules are an extra point away from cutting into this lead. It is up, and it is good. And the Mules, just like that, they've climbed back in the ball game. Still a lot to make up here. We'll be back, and the Mules trail by a touchdown on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
All right, so here we go, Sean. The Mules scored that touchdown. What did you think down there? The line erupted on that wide open pass by Jay Edmondson.
Yes, the coaches have been trying to stress that he's had open looks a couple times tonight along the left-hand side, but either just hasn't had the time or hasn't been able to see him. He saw him that time, was able to get downfield for the touchdown. Now, do the Mules go for the onside kick?
They have to go for the onside kick. 2 timeouts, a minute 41 to go. Stay right there, Sean. We'll see what happens. Hunter Clifford, you got to go for the onside right here. And right now, Cape Central, as the Mules will have the football, they're going to kick it away. They're going to do the onside kick. 141, 2 timeouts. I think you do the nope, they're going to not do the onside kick at all. They're going to just kick it right to Cape Central, and they will have it on their own 42-yard line. So now, John, you've got 2 timeouts, a minute 41. Mules have got to hope for maybe a turnover or something to give them an opportunity.
Yeah, they got it. They're going to have to. It's going to have to come together nicely for them. I don't know. Quick stops. Hate to burn the timeouts, but they're going to have to, and hopefully get a quick deal. Maybe a turnover. Cape's going to be conservative. They're going to hold on to the ball, run it up the gut. We can't let them get a first down. Get the stops, get the ball back, and anything can happen.
Mules have 2 timeouts. Here we go. They're going to line it up and give it to Boyd. Boyd up the middle, not going to get much. And we're going to see a timeout called easily here by the Mules. Well, I say there was a timeout. Yes, there is a timeout called. Yeah, there it is. So a timeout called by the Mules. 1 timeout remaining. A minute and a half to go, and that's pretty smart, giving it to Boyd as Boyd is able to get it to the 44-yard line, a gain of 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 to go. And the Mules here using their second. We'll see. I had them down for 3 timeouts to begin with. Now the scoreboard has backed off. Nope, it is 1. Okay, I thought so. I was going to say I changed it to 1. And now they have also changed it as well. So a timeout by the Mules.
Really, Frankie, how you're able to do all this, keep track of all these numbers, stats, and everything, run the deal, and still make a somewhat cogent conversation is kind of amazing to me.
So are you telling me that my conversation skills maybe are lacking here? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying I don't know how you'd pull it off.
I'm just happy our scoreboard is lit up with some scores tonight. 7 by Poplar Bluff. Big 2nd down coming up. Would love to see a fumble right here. They're going to give it to Thomas rather. And Thomas is going to get it to the 49-yard line. And we're going to get another timeout here by the Mules. So the Mules are going to be out of timeouts now.
First down beats us, right, Frankie?
Yep, first down will beat us. 3rd down coming up here. 3rd down and 3 to go. The Mules are out of timeouts. That is big for the Mules. They are out of timeouts. with only 1:27 left to play here in the ball game.
I will say it again, Frankie. Come on out tomorrow. Come up to Arcadia Valley. It's beautiful up there. If you want to watch a bunch of kids give something, everything they've got, which is refreshing in this world to see kids who really do everything they can, as hard as they can go, whatever their abilities are, whatever their times are, whatever their body types are, they go as hard as they can. It's refreshing to watch, and it's good to see kids do something that difficult. So come out and watch a cross-country match. That's the last thing I'll say about it.
No, absolutely. I love the fact that we're talking about our sports. So now big third down coming up here. 3rd down and 3. And this is the ball game. If Cape Central can convert on 3rd down, ball game is over. They are 2 of 9 tonight on 3rd down. Here is the ball game.
Need a fumble right here.
They're going to try to hard snap count and possibly draw the Mules off sides. And now we're going to get a whistle. Timeout called by Cape Central. You got to like what we are seeing. I'm not going anywhere. We're going to keep it right here. Cape Central, they use their second timeout here of the second half. So now they've got one timeout left to go with 1:27 to play here in the ball game. And remember our answer tonight to our second trivia question. It was Mr. Tony Webb tonight.
You know, I read about that. I was thinking it was a trick question you were throwing on me there, Frankie, but where Tony was all-state in 2 sports. And
That's
if
right.
I remember correctly, that was like the last guy to do that, right? Or one of the very few who have done that.
It was the last guy to do that.
And that almost, it does impress me more. That's pretty remarkable.
And we're going to
pull that off.
We're going to pick Brian Evans tonight, picking up the 2 tumblers from Yeti and Academy Sports and Outdoors. So, Brian, I'll send you a message following this game, as Tony Webb was the correct answer, the year 2002. Make sure and share this video feed for us. We are getting so close to 40 shares. I've had a blast here tonight. I didn't like to say this. Jackson, they got the win tonight, big time over Farmington, 47-7.
Well, we're going to beat them next week, right, Frankie?
That's right.
Jackson's
You're
going down.
going to go?
I'll be there.
All right.
Well, I got your back. You know,
that's right. You got my back. Terry Mizell says, we're doing a great job. Thank you so much, Terry. Appreciate that. Here we go. Here is the ball game. 3rd down, short 3. They are 2 for 9. Thomas, Mules, get him. Chris Matlock, you betcha. Now the clock is going to run. They are stopping the clock, and they're saying timeout Bluff, but they don't have any more timeouts left,
we don't
folks.
like that. That'd be some kind of penalty.
Hey, let's not say nothing.
Hey, we got Ben Godwin down there. Basically counting the timeouts.
Hey, it's a timeout. They're going to give it to us. We were out of timeouts.
What do they get for?
We'll take 4.
What do we get, 3? We get 3.5?
We get 3.
Well, that's awful high for the referees to count. So
1:22 to play here in the 4th quarter, and that's 4th down all the way back at the 47-yard line. We will take it. And Mules here, they did their job with 1:22 to play. Cape has a timeout.
Can't say enough about the defense. Regardless of the outcome of this game, which we've still got a good, we've got a chance.
With what we have just saw,
there's a chance.
I'm saying there's a chance.
But I'll tell you, our defense has really played well. I mean, I can't say enough about them. And they had a couple of opportunities where they could have laid down, they could have quit. There were a couple of really momentum-changing plays that Cape got, and our defense stepped up time and time again to keep us in this game.
So before we run this play, for those of you tuning in on social media, let me know, do you like this scoreboard you're seeing tonight as the punt formation comes out for Cape Central? And we'll see what Diamond does here with it. Mules have a man deep, and now we get a flag. It should be a delay of game.
Or a false start?
Or a false start. Well, either way, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. I thought it was a delay of game, but we'll take it.
Maybe the guy need a little more space. I'm ready to see. Is that Chris? Let's see Chris bust this one right here. He got close on that kickoff earlier.
Yes, he did. 1:22 to play here in the ball game. But I was going to say, let me know what you think about the video tonight, the quality, and let me know about that scoreboard if you like it or not. I hope you do. Poplar Bluff now set to get the ball.
Block it.
Good kick by Morgan Diamond. It's going to take a Mules bounce. It ain't really going to go anywhere. It's going to die right there on the 32-yard line, and that's where the Mules are going to take over. So here we go. You practice this all week long. It is your less than 2-minute offense. And for the Mules, they've got a long way to go. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. We've got to go 68 yards. Or is that good? Yep, 32-yard line.
A minute and 11 seconds. I can't see that far.
A minute and 11 seconds
That's an eternity
to go.
for this offense. This is not a problem, Frankie.
The clock will start.
We got them right where we want them.
Kenny, I'm working on a game clock. One thing at a time.
They need to just plan on going for 2 and winning the game. They need to start working on that play. Don't even worry about scoring.
Don't even worry about it. Here we go.
It's going to happen.
So now Mules have Jay Edmondson in. He can air it out. He's going to do that right now. Mikael McFarland gets it to the 40-yard line. Got to go down. Tick, 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 tick. 8-yard pickup now as Jay Edmondson gets it outside to Mikael McFarland, and that'll be a gain of about 8 yards on 1st down. Mules have got to keep this going. Under a minute to go. 52 seconds now. Cape Central is on their heels. Jay Edmondson, he's going toward the sideline. He's got Romeo Walter.
Call the flag. There it is. Yes.
A flag came in. Incomplete pass, but the flag was thrown. I believe it's a 15-yarder, and more importantly, the clock is going to stop. Pass interference, 2nd one on the night by Cape Central, and that is huge against the defense. And that is a 15-yarder, and that's going to bring up now an automatic 1st down for the Mules with 42 seconds left, and the clock stops on that 1st down, 14-7. Let's see what the Mules can do here with it. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 45. Presiding Commissioner Vince Lampe tuning in tonight. Share this video feed. Are we in for maybe a shocker, maybe some overtime? We'll see. Jay Edmondson. Continue on. Mules have it 1st and 10. They've got to get rid of it. Can't afford the sack. He goes downfield. He's got a man. Jared Young,
my guy.
He's got to get down. He's got to get down. The clock will stop. As soon as they snap, or as soon as they reset, Jared Young with a big 1st down for the Mules.
Nice play. That's a good play by Jay Edmondson.
All the way down to about the 10-yard line, and that's going to be about a 35-yard
I hope
pass.
Jared's not hurt. He went down awkward. On his knee.
He's up, getting up now. Coach Seaver's looking at him, asking him if he's okay. They're going to mark him down just outside the 10 to about the 12-yard line. Mules will have it. It is a 33-yard completion to Jared Young. Oh, here we go. 25 seconds and counting. The Mules have got to go. Jay Edmondson now. Shotgun formation. Oh, he drops the ball, and the game could come to an end.
That's going to be
13 seconds. Mules have got to go. Are they going to have time to run one more play?
Come on, just run it. Just hike, snap it.
They've got to go. Play clock down to 1. Final snap of the game. They're going to the end zone.
Oh, man, almost had it.
Incomplete
pass.
Man,
he almost had it.
And the Mules are going to come away with a heartbreaker here at the end.
Romeo almost had that ball. Well thrown ball. Almost had it. That's
final
tough.
Score 14-7. Mules came alive at the end of this ball game. Oh, what a ball game. Final score tonight as the Mules are going to come up 1 touchdown short as a missed snap on the play before costed them. And that is going to be the ball game as Poplar Bluff is going to fall tonight 14-7. But one thing about this team that I never gave up, they didn't show any quit whatsoever. And they took Cape to the limit as much as they could. Mules coming up a little bit short here tonight. Coming up in just a moment, we're going to be joined by Coach John David Patillo. Great effort tonight by the Mules, no doubt. I know it didn't go the way they wanted it to.
That's tough, Frankie. That was a tough one. But I'll tell you what, you're right. The team did not quit, and they had every opportunity to quit. They could
really
have easily laid down 3 or 4 times in this game. Defense. Offense is coming alive. They're getting a taste. And that's what it's about. It's a life lesson. It's a long-term thing for these kids, and they're learning about adversity, and they're learning about perseverance, and learning about what happens if you can dedicate yourself and do what it takes to get better. And they're getting better.
Hats off to Cape Central for what they did tonight, too. We're going to turn things over to John David Patillo. He is our offensive coordinator for the Mules as Poplar Bluff comes up a little bit short here tonight. 14-7 is your final score tonight, Coach. There in the very few moments of that ball game, boy, the Mules showed a lot of life and almost came away to tie the ball game possibly.
Yeah, we can't get much going. We keep shooting ourselves in the foot with little things. First half, we had so many things open to us. First play of the game, we had a seam route that was wide open. We checked through it, and we just got off of it and didn't stay on it. It was like that all night long. We're still snapping the ball poorly. It leads our plays into, some bad stuff. We got clean, just tons of little things, but yet it's all right there for us. We're right there in the hunt to start turning the corner. And we're without a couple running backs, but the running backs did a pretty good job tonight. We had that real good series. I guess it was third quarter. Mm-hmm. We missed a trap block, didn't get a call, and next thing you know, we end up going out on a 4th and 2. And it's just the little things that are killing us, and you can see that we're on the verge of turning the corner. We had 2 guys go out late. All of a sudden, we're down to our 3rd guys in a couple of positions, but Jay came in, moved the ball. Mace didn't look bad. We got to get him comfortable. We got to get Jay comfortable. They're playing a little tight because they know we're not scoring, but we just got to keep working. You got 2 teams that are evenly matched. Both these teams are going to keep getting better. That team's well coached. I think our group is, well coached. Defensively, we did a heck of a job again tonight. That little scat back really can move. He made it tough on us. But I like the fact that our kids didn't quit. We didn't give up. Scored late, and then we got it down there within
12 yards.
15, yeah. So we had 2. We thought we would have 2 shots at it, and then we didn't get lined up really to get a good play off that last one. But, it's disheartening in a way in the fact that you see that you're so close. I mean, we could have scored 28 points tonight. There's no doubt in my mind. And we just have the smallest of miscues that are killing us.
You look at the numbers overall, Coach, and I want to go through the air. Jared and Young, toward the end of the game, huge catch and run. He got up kind of hobbled. First off, is he okay?
I think so. I think he cramped up, or he may have twisted up there at the end. But, he
had 5 catches, 65 yards. That's impressive for the young man, for sure.
And, he was the one that was left open a few more times tonight than the others. And but they did a good job with their defense. Their defense looks like they're lining up with a 3 front and all the rest of them out in space. But they actually come hard. You got to make good decisions. And early we were running zone read at them, and 2 different times we ran it, looked good, run it, and all of a sudden we got an easy read, and we should have pulled it and ran, and we would have had a big play. And that's what I'm saying. We're just making enough of those little decisions that, are keeping us from really getting consistent. And that was our whole thing in the second half, or in the halftime, was just talking about getting to the point to where we're more consistent. We'll show glimpses that we're ready to move the ball, and then, we shoot ourselves in the foot. So you got to clean it up, and we got to clean it up. There's too many talented kids out here, but again, talent doesn't mean anything if you're not playing well together. And we do enough that it's keeping us from overcoming.
Talent-wise and defense-wise, Coach, your defense was out there 28 minutes here tonight, and they played as hard as I've seen them play all season, giving up just 2 touchdowns, and they come up so close. And I got to tell you, Connor Stevens, we said his name a lot tonight, Logan Height, Alcorn, those guys stepped up in a major way for your team, and I believe being up here calling the game, by them players and a few others, we've seen a lot of growth on the defense, and they're pretty good already.
They are, and they're doing a good job. There's a lot of buy-in. The defensive coaches are doing a great job, and we're getting some things done on there, and we just got to keep working. This week we went with our tempo offense, and again, I think it's the right thing for us and who we are. And, tonight there was moments that things were going real well. And we just got to continue to build and grow.
So next week we go into the pit. Jackson destroyed Farmington tonight. Your thoughts on Jackson, and what are we going to do over the next 7 days to get ready to play a premier team in Southeast Missouri with the Jackson Indians?
Well, we're just going to keep seeing the same stuff that we've been seeing, and we just got to go to battle. And we had 2 really good practices this last week. If we continue to practice hard, if the kids won't give up and give in to anything, we'll go compete. But we've got to come out and battle and keep going.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Before you leave, can you give me your Taco John's players of the game here tonight? There was some standouts. I'll give you the hard task of giving us our Taco John's players of the game.
I'm so caught up on the offense that it's hard. I know defensively, like you said, I thought Connor played well. I would say defensively he would be one, definitely.
What about offensively?
Special teams.
Yes.
We keep pinning them back. Jared keeps doing a great job at the punting position.
He averaged 44 points tonight on the kicking end.
So I would say Jared on
Let's
that
do it.
end.
Jared Young, our
Especially
punter.
with the offensive output he had as well.
You bet you in the offensive well. Jared Young and Connor Stevens, our Taco John's players of the game. I look forward to seeing you next Friday night in Jackson. Always a lot of fun, Coach. Thank you for the time. Best of luck next week, and we'll see you in Jackson.
All right, man. Thank you.
You betcha. The offensive coordinator, John David Patillo, joining us live here tonight. It is our Taco John's players of the game. Once again, Jared Young, and on the defensive end, Connor Stevens did a phenomenal job. And yes, David, it's been a long time since the boys have started off 0-3. Next week, we'll take on the Jackson Indians. It'll be in Jackson. Very tough matchup for Poplar Bluff. We're going to bring back in now Mr. John Scott. We'll let him get mic'd up. And, John, I tell you what, Coach Patillo made it very clear he thought, our boys were primed to score 28 points. We just had some miscues at 3 turnovers. But what I like about this team against Cape, we come alive toward the very end. If we can figure out a way to put that together earlier in the game, this team is going to be dangerous as we make our stretch here in the regular season.
Well, I think so. They've shown great improvement, and they're not quitting. They're showing improvement, and they're getting a little taste, get a little confidence. And you can tell they want to win. They want to do it. They're trying to do it. But I think Coach is right. There's a few things they got to clean up, some little things. I felt like their rush offense there at the end was a little bit slow. I do think they should have been able to get off one more play. Of course, they had the one snap. But, they're coming alive. They're learning, and it's something these kids can learn, and they'll remember forever. If they don't quit, and they'll see some results, and they'll see some positive things happen if they put forth the effort and stay focused and do what they have to do and come together as a team. So I think we're getting there, Frankie. This game could have easily been very bad. It could have been a 28-35 to nothing, and it wasn't because our guys dug in, our defense played hard, our offense came alive there at the end, and we were a few inches away from tying the ball game potentially.
Did you agree with Coach Patillo's Taco John's players of the game tonight? He selected Jared Young offensively and on special teams, and Connor Stevens on defense.
Absolutely, I did. I felt like those are the perfect standout players tonight. I think Connor Stevens, he was in the backfield all night long, gave the quarterback fits, had a lot of stops, disrupted a lot of plays. And Jared Young, I mean, that kid's a punter, man. And to punt like he did tonight, flip the field, push him back, I love to see it. It's great to have that. We need that, and we have that, and it makes a huge difference in a game like this.
It really was, and I'm so glad you were here with us. So next week we make the trip up. I'm assuming you're going to be there. I don't know. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be a very tight spot. I've already talked to the athletic director up there in Jackson. We're going to get a front row seat with the coaches, and we'll be on top of the press box. Hopefully no rain. I told Tim I'm kind of dreading the trip because I have no idea how we're going to put all of this together. We'll be on the roof. It'll be a very small or a skinny ladder up to the top. I know you're up for it, and I may decide to stay at home and watch the game on the big screen with the new scoreboard.
I'll tell you, Frankie.
And let you do the whole thing.
I like showing up about 90 seconds before everything
That's
goes
true.
live. When
You're
it's
right.
all working and it's all wired in and everybody's ready to go. And then I leave as soon as it's over, and you guys can take all this stuff down. But no, I'm going to go. I'm going to eat my Wheaties. I'm going to stretch out before we get over there. And if anybody wants to mess with us, I'll got your back. I'll do the best I can to run away as fast as possible.
Even though we lost here tonight, I think it was overall a great broadcast tonight. Everything went smooth tonight, and that's all you can ask for. I know the Mules came away with a loss. They were so close. Very good, interesting game toward the end. But on the production side of things, I think Tim did a phenomenal job working the camera, doing everything he could. I know I kind of took some scores away and added some at the wrong times. I gave the wrong question or the wrong answer out in the first half. Hey, things happen. I'm only one man.
Making sure people are watching.
That's
I would encourage anybody next week.
We had a huge crowd, by the way.
Come on to the game. You get to watch it live here, and you get to see how it is. But come out to the game. Players love it when people travel, so I would encourage anybody to come on down to Jackson next week if they want to come watch the game live. And if not, tune in to our good streaming here that these guys do. Smooth as silk. No problems tonight. We didn't have to unplug and plug back in.
No, it was great. We got the focus on the game. I'm sure Tim was over there pulling his hair out. And I won't have Sean next week on the sideline. He did a great job keeping us informed on the numbers and the injuries, etc.
Oh, that's a really nice thing to have because we can't see over there, and he always has the inside of what's going on.
He
Absolutely.
does. All right, John,
deal.
Steve, or I should say John and Sean, thank you so much for everything. So with that being said, the Mules tonight, they get the loss here tonight, 0-3 on the season. The Mules, by the way, they had 185 yards of offense, 52 plays, averaging about 3.5 yards per play. Jay Edmondson, 6 of 9, 103, had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Mason West had 8 out of 15, 55 yards, no TDs, 2 interceptions. On the ground, really not much there on the run game. West had 10 carries for 15 yards. Through the air, Jared Young, 5 catches, 65 yards. Romeo Wantor had 3 catches at 64 yards. And Torrance Williams, 4 catches, 20 yards.
A traditional
That's
customer
about it
service.
offensively for the Mules. And then our Taco John's players of the game, Connor Stevens and Jared Young on the offense for the Poplar Bluff Mules. All right, one more time, our sponsors tonight, they include First Midwest Bank, also being brought to you by Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, also being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Russians Towing, Air Solutions, also First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, Patriot Auto Glass, Christian Automotive and Tire Eye Care Specialist, Larry Hillis Dodge, Briggs & Stratton, the Scott Law Group LLC, and Taco John's in Poplar Bluff. For Sean Mannon, Tim Hicks, and John Scott, I'm Frankie Castile. We're saying so long tonight. Mules 0-3. We'll get back after it next Friday night. We'll come to you live from the pit in Jackson, Missouri. You've been listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.